I'm going to tab over to this screen, and I'm going to once again reiterate on this side of the cut that the overlay is not fully up to date yet due to Intangible Hawk having to get some stuff situated on his side, which is fine. Not a big deal. It will be updated next week, but for now, we get to see Ren for another week or so. So, that's not too bad. In the meantime, you guys are all back in Port Nyanzaru.
Yep.
You went out into the jungle. Some stuff happened. It wasn't all fantastic. You lost your gnome. You gained a new friend, sort of. And you're gonna spend some time in town to get your next move. You went to Fort Beluarian, and it did not end well for you.
No.
And then it ended even worse for you on the way back. But you have the mighty Shago and Azaka Stormfang in your party now, with the caveat that you swing by Firefinger on your way to the Aldani Basin to get what you need to get. But first, the Prince's Barge had to pluck you from the beachhead and bring you back to the port. It is fairly early. It's like 9, 10 a.m. by the time you arrive back in Port Nyanzaru, and the floor is yours. Shago and Azaka will stick with you if you want them to stick with you. They'll go off on their own if you want them to go off on their own, with the caveat that they will meet you at the Thundering Lizard when you're ready to depart. Otherwise, the floor is yours. So, does anyone have anything they would like to do?
I'll go talk to Madam Red.
You want to do that immediately?
I mean, that's his straight off the bat. Because he was told she was gonna want to talk to me anyway.
If
Okay.
we're going to the harbor, the first thing I want to do is talk to Zindar.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you guys pulled in at the harbor area, so that's fine. Let me pull up my location to the city and make sure that I am right on where everything is. So yeah, you guys would be pulling in down here, basically, somewhere along this dock area. And Scratch, you want to head to
Here.
the Red Bazaar. No, you want to go to the Red Bazaar, right?
Oh, I thought you said that area is where...
I thought it was too, but I'm looking at this now, and the Red Bazaar is actually over here. So.
Oh, okay. That's still not too far.
No, not at all. It's near the Coliseum. So, you guys... So, one of you wants to go see Zendar, and one of you wants to go see Madame Red. So, you're splitting up. Dr. Lorelei, where are you going, or with whom are you going?
Going to go to the like market area again and try to find a healer's kit, but
Okay.
she doesn't want to split up because that's a terrible idea.
Someone should probably go and tell Wakanga of your difficulties.
I think Sue will do that then, but she's going to want someone to come with.
Okay.
She
So I
can-
think-
Do you want to go with Scratch, or do you want to go with Brick?
I was gonna say, you can come with Scratch, and then both of us can go tell.
Brick, would you be cool being left with Shago or Azaka?
I'm pretty sure I'm okay with just being with Shago, yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
you're gonna ask Shago to stay with you?
Yeah.
That's
Because
fine.
you'll need a guide.
Okay. So...
If you're okay with it, then yeah, I'll go with Scratch.
Okay, Azaka will just go off on her own until you're ready to depart. She's gonna get some preparations for an extended jungle trip. So I think we stay on the docks with Brick and Shago. Shago's like leaning on his spear when he looks around, and he grins at you, Brick. He says, "I don't come to the port often. Too many people want money from Shago. And I like to help the fist. Fitting that I'm staying with you, Sergeant. Though, I'm curious. Should I continue to call you Sergeant, given what we've seen?"
I honestly don't mind either way, but my position has not been compromised. My rank, I should say, has not been compromised. My orders come directly from the Marshal, as I said.
I have not met this marshal, and Commander, have already forgotten her name, Porter. Commander Porter doesn't speak much of this marshal. He is much like the princes, I assume, as you're walking along the dock.
A man of high status, yes.
And he is worthy.
In my eyes, yes.
Do not mistake worth for infallibility, Sergeant. And something crosses Shago's face. Would you like to roll insight?
Okay.
Yeah, he's not putting down the marshal in any way. That's the voice of somebody saying never meet your heroes. Apparently Shago, like, put his faith in somebody and got burned.
Sounds like
do with that what you will.
say that. Sounds like you say that from experience.
It is not easy being the son of one of the wealthiest figures in the port. In all of the country, for that matter. You see behind the pretty smiles and the empty words. You see the pressure of the crown, so to say. And, at times, you see the dagger hidden behind the robes.
And I'll keep that in mind, but I have my orders.
I'm not disputing them, or the worth of your marshal. I simply mean to say, do not blindly follow.
Noted.
Why are you looking for Zendar? We should be, like he points ahead, should be in the harbor master's office there, but what are you going to talk about? You're not going to turn in Shago, are you?
No. He... Excuse me. He asked me to look into the pirates in the bay, and you were privy to the Sending Stone conversation. I have a lead.
He nods. You're going to tell him.
Yes.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why are you going to tell him? Why not simply bring news of your victory?
It's true. If we're heading to the basin, we're going to be gone for some time. That gives those pirates and Porter time to reconvene and reassess.
You don't think they're going to attack the port, do you?
No. But I figure a status update couldn't hurt.
I don't mean to seem like I'm questioning you, Sergeant. You're just strange to me. I want to learn the way that you think so that we can fight better in the jungle. If you think that our challenges are behind us, you are mistaken.
Believe me, I know that.
Your ways are interesting, but though you are the same as those of the fort, you are different, and your traveling companions doubly so. I do not know what to make of you. Scratch, I understand. Azaka waves a hand. But you, the doctor, the gnome, I know, he holds a hand up apologetically. still, you are strange to me. You are very different from everything that I know. If someone asked Shago to go and defeat the pirates, Shago would go and defeat the pirates. Shago would not talk about defeating the pirates. Certainly, warn them if an attack is coming, but it's just odd. Not wrong, per se, just odd.
So, out of character, yeah, like, that thought had crossed my mind, like, what's the point going to Zindar?
No, like, that's not me saying don't go to Zendar. That's just Shago.
Yeah.
Believe me, if I had an issue with it, I would tell you. Like,
Yeah.
you're completely fine. It's just I'm playing the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, you approach the harbor master's office, and of course, because it's early in the morning and ships are starting to come in, he's outside, you know, basically like on lifeguard duty, so to say. He's got a clipboard, but interestingly, he's talking to someone. He's talking to a silver dragonborn in, like, he looks like a blackguard. He's wearing like dark blue, almost gunmetal blue plate mail, with like a feathered ruff on the back. I'm being corrected that the dragonborn in question is female. However, it is impossible to tell that by sight. Yeah, they seem to be having like an animated discussion in Draconic. And I think Shago makes a little noise of not like disgust, but like frustration beside you, Brick. And you hear him mutter a word that you've heard him say to Scratch before. You don't know what it means, but he uses it in conversation a lot with Scratch.
Huh.
And he says it kind of like an oath. Like, he says it in that kind of, like, oh, for fuck's sake, kind of way.
Should we wait?
I don't know. Do their kind like to talk?
Brick's gonna go ahead and knock.
Like I said, he's outside. There's nothing to knock on. Like, they're outside talking in front of the... Yeah, so you
okay.
can just walk up.
Yeah, then we'll just walk up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk up to the gold dragonborn. I think he's gold. Let me double check that, because I might be dingus. Zendar, where are you?
Not that I knew Zundar was gold.
I'm pretty sure he's gold.
Zendar
Yeah.
is gold.
Yeah, he's gold.
I thought Zendar was also a half dragon.
He is, but it is very difficult to tell the difference between a half dragon and a dragonborn by sight. But
You know, aside from the extra 6 feet of height.
Well, yes, okay, he's substantially taller, but let's face it, Shago and Brick are very much different sizes as well.
Valid.
And Zendar, like, turns, and he says, "Back already, Sergeant. I was just, informing, I need to find the name here. Where's the name? Here it is. I was just informing Dame Aerith is here that things aren't so calm in port."
The issue's not done, but we do have a lead. Or rather, a name.
Regarding our pirate problem.
Yes.
He nods.
And a connection with them and Fort Belluarian.
I'm listening.
I managed to get this sending stone out of the fort.
Hold up the sending stone. Looks at it, squints at it. See him like pass his like staff across it a couple times. Doesn't do anything. He's just like doing the Jedi thing. Squints at it. It's certainly got a magical aura to it, but it's a lot to go at your word, Sergeant. No offense.
I received a call on it from from a Zaru Malsaryak, who proclaimed himself captain of one of the ships you mentioned.
It's not a name that's known to me, but I can certainly check the records. Tell me, Sergeant, are your... how do I put this? Are your sword arms a bit lacking? Shadow scoffs from behind you. Hello?
We are down a member.
Oh. I hadn't heard that much. I was thinking, in addition, he gestures at the Silver Dragonborn in the, like, blackguard armor. Dame Erithus here is, on a holy mission. He chuckles. You hear Shago snort again. Come to rid our jungle of every curse that's befallen it. Sounds similar to what you're up to.
Indeed.
And yeah, Zendar like gestures at the other Dragonborn, like, go on. Okay.
Sorry, my internet cut out there for a second.
No worries. Welcome back.
What did you say? Because it cut out partially during
Oh,
your thing.
no, he didn't say anything. He just gestured, like, go on. Talk.
She looks over at the group with a questioning look.
It's not a group. It's literally just a dwarf and a local.
Oh, yeah. She looks over to them, doing kind of the draconic raising eyebrow equivalent.
Right.
So, these are the holy warriors of which you spoke?
No, you're the holy warrior of which I spoke. They're here, well... and in Draconic, he says, no. They're the ones who are going off to die to find the cause of the curse, not fight the symptoms.
Saying back to Zagon in Draconic.
Zendar, but yeah.
Or Zendar, sorry. Yeah.
No problem.
So am I just being sent to make sure they don't come back to bother your town then?
It's the best lead you've got, lass.
She sighs a bit before turning towards Shago. How long before we leave?
I think Shaco looks at Brick like, are we taking this one along?
Brick's wary. Can I trust you?
At this, you can see her reach up her hand. Around her neck is an amulet bearing a holy symbol on it. As long as your mission falls within my queen's desires, then yes. Otherwise, you may
Brick,
away.
you hear Shago mutter the word queen.
Are you good in a fight?
She merely just stares at Brick with, like, the...
Can you do me a favor, Saradith? It's not
Okay.
going to be a full-on fight, but can you roll initiative for me, please?
Oh, God.
I seem to have missed actually doing initiative. How do I get that again?
No,
Or is that it?
it's literally just your dex.
That's it.
So I believe you have a +0. Wow.
I do.
Okay, so good job on that roll. You tied with Shago. So when Brick says, "Are you good in a fight?" Shago swings his spear off of his shoulder and just one-handed lunges at you. That's 18 to hit.
I shall go.
And I'm assuming an 18 doesn't hit you.
No, not even close.
Okay, so what do we see you do? Do you just deftly parry his spear? Do you step out of the way? Do you throw your shield up and counter? Do you counterattack? What do we see?
You see her, as soon as Shago starts moving towards her, she immediately starts pulling out the shield, using it to block the attack while bringing up the sword towards Shago's neck.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack. Wow,
Shago.
wow, you actually hit Shago. Now, you can choose. You don't have to do damage. Because you connected, you can literally just stop with the sword, at his throat.
That's what she would do.
Okay, yeah, your point has been made.
Oh.
You deflected Shago's attack and countered. So I think Shago, stops moving. And he's, glaring down your sword at you. And we see that, tense moment with the water, or the sunlight reflecting off the water. With Shago holding his spear in that same thrusting motion, and you've got your sword against his neck, and then after a moment, Shago just pulls his stance back and leans on his spear. Doesn't say a word. He just looks at Brick there's your answer.
And the funny thing was, I had the exact same idea. Brick just chuckles and puts his gun away.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome aboard.
At least she grunts, putting back this shield and sword. At least you two aren't fools.
What is your mission?
To purge this cursed land of the undead. To bring back the natural order of life and death here.
Shago whistles lowly, holy shit. I was in a ghoul nest not 2 days ago. You've got your work cut out for you.
At that, she just merely nods. Any mission that is easy is not worthy of my time.
And yeah, I think Shago just looks back at Brick it's your call, boss.
We could certainly use your sword arm. And our goals align.
She merely nods, first at Brick and then back at Zindar.
Zindar nods again. You leave the stone with me, Sergeant. I'll see if there's any more information to be gained, and I can pass it on to the authorities. As it seems like you're going back out into the jungle. A find such as that would be a shame if it were lost.
This is true. And this is a good idea. I'll leave it with you then.
So yeah, so you go to pull the stone out, and Shago just puts his hand on your arm. And the look on his face, again, he's not saying anything because he's in the subservient position. But the look on his face is are you sure about that?
We're going to be gone for at least a couple weeks. I don't want to lose this.
After a second, Shago pulls his hand back, and you pass the stone to Zendar. Zendar nods, and he's given like the side eye to Shago. And takes it. I've got a safe deposit box. Nothing will happen to it while I don't have it in my possession to just intercept any other transmissions. I assume if someone else from the Flaming Fist comes along, I'm not to give it to them.
That would be preferable, yes.
He nods. Your secret is safe with me, Sergeant.
Thank you.
I was just going to direct Dame... I've already forgotten the name. Erithus. I was just directing Dame Erithus here to where to find a guide, but it seems you found Shago.
Yes, and Azaka Stormfang is joining us as well.
Two. And the expensive ones at that.
3.
We promised to help her with her personal quest.
Ah, off to slay a dragon then. And he looks over at Saradith like, oh, you're in for it.
She just merely flares her nostrils
Dragon.
in like the anger.
Yeah,
style.
right. In Draconic, Zendar says, Now, my dear, I don't think it's anyone we know. Probably one of Tiamat's brood, all things considered.
She lets out a bit of a slow breath. True. Back in Draconic.
Right?
I would have heard the word Tiamat said, right?
No, because Draconic, it doesn't. It's not like Skyrim Draconic. I imagine Faerunian Draconic just sounds like alligator noises.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tiamat is like the common name for the goddess. The Draconic name is probably like some noise that I can't make with human vocal cords. Unless you speak Draconic, and that's a whole different kettle of fish.
No.
Sorry then.
Alright. Did you say a dragon? I was led to believe there was only terrafolk there.
Sindar chuckles. There's a dragon in that area. I couldn't tell you precisely where. Yes. I believe it has a name. The Troltons give it a name. I'm looking. 1 second.
There's the dragon turtle, and then there's the regular straight up fucking dragon.
Yes.
And then there's the dinosaurs. And the ghouls.
You right.
And the mimics.
And the mimics.
And the people.
Fucking mimics.
Here we go. Do-do. The locals refer to it as tinder.
I'm sorry.
So I can expect fire?
Likely as not, yes. Though you should expect fire around Firefinger if the dragon isn't present.
Keep that in mind.
No.
And perhaps I need a word with Azaka.
That's my bit of serendipity done for today. Best of luck, Sergeant. Dame?
One more thing before I go. I know there are Zentarim here in the city. You wouldn't know how to find them, would you?
I don't remember if he's in Tarim or not. 1 second. Are you in Tarim?
Oh god.
No, he is not. Okay. So let me make a check. Wow, okay, he rolled really good. So he thinks for a minute and he says, Got business with the Black Serpent, do you, Sergeant?
It concerns one of their late agents. He was integral in me getting my hands on that stone.
I see.
I.e., you looted his corpse.
I can ask around. Zindar has some pull in the port yet, despite not being one of the trade princes. Hear a lot of things on these docks, you know. I'll give it a think. You're staying at the Thundering Lizard, I believe.
Yes, though only for another night or so.
Should be plenty of time. I'll send someone your way presently.
Again, thank you. And like, Brick doesn't offer gratitude lightly like that.
Right, yeah. And he nods again. He says, "Now, if you'll excuse me, that fishing boat seems to be a bit tied up." And starts to walk past you.
Brick turns his attention to our new companion.
Yep.
Says, "Don't believe I've quite gotten your name committed to memory yet."
That's a mood.
Really is.
That is a mood.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I know how to pronounce his name anyway. Cirideth Erithis?
Cirideth Erithis, yes. And her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said his.
No.
Or at least I thought you did.
No.
No, okay, I misheard then.
I think I said vase, but I said
No.
it quickly.
That might be it then. She turns to Brick. Name Erithis. And just walks off.
Now, hold on, where do you think you're going?
Can I assume that Zindar told me where the Thundering Lizard was just because
No,
of...
you got off the boat and you'd been talking to Zendar when these two chuckle fucks walked up.
Okay, fair enough then.
These chuckle fucks are
In that case, never mind. I was assuming Zindar was starting to give me lay of the land also.
Nope.
In that case, she doesn't walk off, but she just
You
kind
just got here.
She just like cuts short at that point.
So yeah, Dame Erithis.
Basically, yes.
I wonder if Shago recognizes the amulet that you're wearing. I doubt it, but I'm gonna roll for it anyway. History is int. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Wait,
Easier.
No, Shago has no idea.
Wait, hang on. She said it was a holy symbol. Wouldn't you want to roll religion for that?
Yeah, which is also int.
Fair enough. Shago's not a smart man, but goddamn, can he do his job?
Yeah,
Yeah, goddamn.
Shago is wise. He's not very learned.
There's a reason why intelligence and wisdom are two separate things.
You're right.
Anyone looking at Shago, you dense motherfucker.
He's not that dense. Like I said, he's pretty wise actually. He's got like he's got 12 in whiz.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's not bad.
Same with Brick. Like, he's uneducated, but he's not an idiot.
Exactly.
The doctor is educated, and we've all seen the doctor.
Yeah, so I think Shago is like Brick. You've seen this posture before. He's not spoiling for a fight, but he's in a way that only is visible to people who know how to fight. He's keeping himself between you and the dragon. Not like standing in front of you, but like the way that he's postured off to the side, he can easily like jump between you if he needs to.
Yeah. It's like Brick just makes a mental note, like, yeah, he's doing his job. Just let
Am I
him
able
be.
to tell that, or
Probably you're military, of a sort.
basically, yeah.
But it's
They
not
use
overt. It's not like, what are you doing? Stop that. It's just like, okay, like for you.
I imagine she would be kind of giving him a bit of the like side eye, I glance before going back and looking forward.
Well, yeah, you don't know these people either, but what it does tell you is this local, whomever he is guard to this dwarf. Like he's bodyguard.
Right.
We should probably rejoin the others.
There are more of you.
No.
Yes. 2 others. No, 3 others. 2 more locals, and a companion who arrived with me from Baldur's Gate.
Zinda failed to mention that there were more. Maybe this cause is not as hopeless as I was worried.
There's one thing I've learned about this jungle. You go off half-cocked and you're dead.
Shago just nods deeply.
Ow.
She just merely watching the expression, just like it's like the state of preparedness. Like you can kind of tell, like she was taking serious what you were saying.
Right. So the 3 of you are going to head toward the Thundering Lizard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So meanwhile, let me find my
Easy.
scratch music. Let me find it. Where is
Scratch
it?
music, scratch music, scratch music.
There it is. Yeah, Copper for Your Thoughts. I have it marked as Copper for Your Thoughts.
Woo!
I like that.
So, Dr. Lorelei and Scratch Face of a Gold Coin, you guys are moving through the streets of Port Nyanzaru. What's the vibe? Scratch, what's the mood? What are you 2 up to?
Honestly, Scratch is kind of bugging.
Okay.
He doesn't like facing Madame Red. Not anymore.
Right.
He always loves visiting her, but he doesn't like facing her. Because
Right.
those are 2 different scenarios.
So I need to preface one thing. I cannot do the voice that I imagine for Madame Red. I cannot do it. But just imagine, you know the action movie, especially kung fu movie trope of the badass old Chinese lady?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but a tabaxi.
All right. I also think that while they're walking, like, Sue
You're a little
doesn't
quiet,
know who.
Sibs. I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure either.
Are you trying out that new headset?
No. I tried to try it out earlier, and Vader said that I was basically inaudible.
Oh, that's why. You were at 92%. There we go. I fixed it.
Yeah. But I think as Scratch doesn't know who Madame Red is. I mean, no, fucking Sue Lorelei does not know who Madame Red is, right? Like Scratch may have only heard, like, she only heard mention of her.
Have you told Dr. Lorelei where you're going, Scratch?
It would have essentially have been, I need to go deal with some important business.
Okay. But you weren't bugging like this when you were going to go talk to Prince Wakanga.
No, this is worse.
Yeah, so, like, whatever this important business is, Scratch is shook.
So if I'm allowed to ask, what is the business?
We tabaxi.
Hold that thought,
no.
Scratch. You say we, and a tabaxi, like, street performer just, like, bumps into Dr. Lorelei and, like, spins a silk sash around the doctor's shoulders and then dances away.
Doctor, check your pockets.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Yeah, all your stuff seems to be there.
But I have to roll anything to make sure.
Yeah. Perception. Everything seems to be in its place.
Everything seems to be there.
Sibs,
Yeah.
Mark off a single gold coin, please.
All right, that makes sense. I can't be angry at that.
You have to be careful of us, Tabaxi. Our ways are, shall we say,
Mercurial Scratch? A
yes.
tabaxi vendor just like gives you the one finger salute. Not like flipping you off, but like one finger to the temple, like sup.
Yeah, he'll return the gesture.
Yeah.
We're not often accepted in many areas. We are
Dr.
native
Lorelai,
here.
you're surrounded by tabaxi at this point. Like this entire street is tabaxi.
We
Yeah,
are,
it was like listening to Scratch, but she's also taking a look around.
we're native to Chult, and more importantly, Port Namzal.
We're
Sort
native
of-
to anywhere that adventure shines as brightly as your coat, Scratch.
Wherever there is sun, I swear I will lay.
A like trio of street performers like spins around you, like throw some candy to the two of you.
Yoink.
Everywhere in this area is colored sashes, flashing jewelry. There's music. There's the light scent of like alcohol, but it's not pervasive. And you notice that the stalls, it's the equivalent of Chinatown, right? It's the Tabaxi.
Yeah.
It's Tabaxi Town. So the stalls are catering to Tabaxi. So there's a lot of like seafood stalls. There's some sashimi. There's some like grilled fish. There's like a couple of florists. There's a lot of like dye merchants and silk merchants, stuff like that.
Sue Lorelai is like absolutely adoring all of this.
I think
So-
a little like gray striped tabby like kitten like runs up to you like a little tabaxi. You think it's a cat at first because you don't see that the only thing they're wearing is like a diaper, and like runs up to you on all fours and then stands up and just like waves at you. They're like
I
maybe
think-
two.
Sue smiles and kneels down. Hello there.
It just like babbles at you. Scratch, you see an older boy like creeping up behind her.
Hey, shoot. This one's with me.
It's
Turns
hey,
around
so,
and
so Gamsey, what's the name of this the older brother?
Oh, the kid that's sneaking up on the
Yeah,
doctor?
yeah, the older brother. What's his name?
Probably something,
I got one.
yeah. Well, I had something and immediately lost it.
Rainbow over the bay. Goes by Rain.
Go on, Rain. This one's with me.
He like immediately like stands up, puts his hand in his pockets, gives you a look like I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't doing nothing.
I'll give you a coin to go away.
He comes over. He says, so from behind you, Dr. Lorelai, you hear a voice say, "There you are, little one," and like picks up the kid, as if he didn't plan that whole thing.
I think Sue kind of like rolls her eyes, but just kind of chuckles.
Yeah.
Due to the nature of our extravagant tricks and shows, we cannot get into certain positions where we can be respected, such as the princes or royalty.
It's ridiculous.
Additionally, most of us don't want to be royalty.
Well, I love the idea. I'm sorry that I keep breaking in, but it's so on brand for me that passing Tabaxi would just take part in the conversation.
Oh yeah.
Like that's just a thing. So I think you say most of us wouldn't want to be royalty, and like and like an older lady pushing like a pram is just like too stuffy.
So instead, we clump up in communities, and as such, we have community leaders. And he like pulls at his collar slightly, like pulls at one side and rings it around to the other. I'm on my way to talk to said community leader.
Oh,
My-
so you're going to die?
Hopefully not this time.
Concern.
And he mumbles, continuing what he was saying.
Rain ahead of
My
you. Like
grandmother.
Rain has disappeared in the crowd, but you hear his voice. He says, "Make way! Scratch is going to die! Make way!"
Rip. Bye, Scratch.
There's a good reason for this treatment. The
Who is
community.
her?
Our community leader is oh fuck, what was her full name? Red.
It was oh fuck, it was red gash on an untouched throat, I think.
I
Or
thought it was
something like
about
Right.
I thought it was like red sky over the open sea.
No, it was definitely something about violence. It was like red gash. Maybe it was red gash on like the side of a fish or something.
Might be.
It was definitely something violent.
Red gash something.
I guess we'll go with red gash.
Yeah.
Her name is Red Gash over an Red Gash
On an
open
untouched throat.
On an untouched throat. Also known as Madam Red and further known as my grandmother.
Oh.
Somebody passing you, Dr. Lorelei, quietly says, "On his mother's side."
Her fins like kind of drop when she like hears the grandmother thing. Like, oh, so this is going to be more personal. I'm probably gonna wait outside.
What do you mean outside? We're already outside.
Well, I don't know where exactly it is we're going, but I'm assuming you wouldn't want me involved in your family conversation.
Listen, the more eyes on this situation, the less likely I'll end up with a gash on my throat.
And immediately we smash cut to like a fish stall. Like it's got like live tanks, well not tanks, you know what I mean, live bins full of
Yeah.
salt water and fish in them. And in the back is this like old tabaxi. She's wearing like mostly like gray like robe. She's got like a gray apron on, and the smash cut was her just slicing the head off of a fish and then hanging it up to drain. As the two of you walk up, she turns, and basically across the side of her face and going down her neck across her shoulder, she just has this smattering of like orange fur. Otherwise, she's basically just white furred all over. And
Straightens up, makes herself look professional.
And yeah, she just like slams the cleaver into the board that she was using as a cutting block, and she like wipes her hands. Doesn't say anything at first, and then she looks at Scratch and she says, "You're late."
We lost our ride.
No, you took too long on the beach.
Yeah. A little.
Shape changers. Use your nose, boy. She says something in Tabaxi. Basically just like, you know, Romani grandmother swearing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What do you want? You here for the fish? She's looking at Dr. Lorelei.
No, I was told. Well,
I'm not talking to you yet, boy. Are you here to buy or sell?
I'm here with Scratch, I'm afraid.
She's already like offering you like a tuna belly.
I don't think I have any way to carry this is the only problem. Because Sue Lorelei usually would be polite and buy something. Actually, no, I think Sue's gonna like actually take a look and see what they have.
So
think of a fish.
Here's a terrible question.
Yeah?
Is Dr. Lorelei a connoisseur of fish?
Not particularly.
Okay. From what you can tell, there is a lot of different fish here, and you have no like barometer of whether or not it's good. Scratch, you know this is the best fish shop in the city. Like this is like the freaking what's the name of the market in Tokyo? Like, it's literally just called Tokyo Fish Market.
I think.
No idea.
Yeah. So if you want to make like a nature check, you can.
I think Sue's literally going to just look around and then perk up a bit and go, well, what would you recommend?
Depends on what you want.
I'm willing to try anything. Because Sue Lorelai is not a picky eater.
Yeah,
You travel a
she
lot,
sets
you
the like
don't.
side of tuna down. She like sniffs a few times. Her nose like twitches. And I think in Tabaxi, to Scratch, she says, "When I told you to bring home a girl, I wasn't expecting this."
He just responds in kind with like, "Not my claim, Shago's actually."
There's a pause. And then in common, she says, "Tell me, my dear, have you ever had..." And she says like the Tabaxi word for sashimi.
I'm not sure I know what that is. Care to enlighten me?
Me? No, but my nephew. And she like points a few stalls down. "Go and seat yourself. Tell him Grandma sent you, and he'll give you something. You don't even need to open your coin purse, and I'll bring Scratch along momentarily."
Are you sure? That's generous of you, but
Of
are you
course,
sure about
of
that?
course. Enjoy. Rest your feet. You've walked a long way.
And here comes the death.
Oh yeah.
Sue Lorelai, like, her fins kind of went down and then up, and she gives Scratch a look like, should I?
Absolutely. My cousin has fantastic fish.
Then I think, like, with that, Sue just nods, thank you for the recommendation, and kind of walks off to where she was
Yeah,
pointed to.
I think the cousin is like bubbling stew pot or something.
Yeah.
And it's one of those like Asian style charcoal grill restaurants, right? You just sit down on the stool, and as soon as you're out of earshot, Madame Red says, "Everything she buys, you're paying for, Scratch.
I am aware.
So talk quickly. You're holding up the line. What?"
I was told I would need to come and talk to you. After I came back.
About what?
Which I am back.
It's about what specifically?
I was wondering if I could take you up on the old offer of our dancing tricks.
Not dressed like that, you can't.
What's wrong with how I'm dressed?
Well, for one, you didn't notice your cousins picking your pocket.
What?
The dancers? You didn't recognize them.
That's a fair point.
She holds up your coin pouch.
Hey. Oh god. I was about to say, like, whatever candy he had gotten falls
Yep.
out, and then I drop an M&M I had in my mouth.
Good job, hon.
She says, "I'll just pass this over to Cauldron."
Since I don't carry all of my gold in the pouch,
Yeah,
how much
and
am I realistically
and
losing?
And she knows that. How much gold do you have?
107.
Yeah, probably like 30. Because she
Oh my
taught you
God.
well not to put all of your gold in your pouch. You're not down to 30, you're losing 30.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's more than fair.
So you're going to take the rest of it, you're going to get yourself some better clothes, and then we'll see.
I also had well, in my youth you called such things foolish questions, but I need advice on how to deal with something.
Hopefully better than my son-in-law.
How How do you get a mourner? How do you light a fire under his ass?
She looks after Dr. Lorelei and then raises an eyebrow at you.
No, one of the others that is coming with us. His
The
friend.
dwarf.
Yes. His friend, the gnome. We lost him.
She gives you a look, and like her face doesn't change except she squints slightly, and you know that face to mean I know.
I just wanted to be clear.
You find out what he likes, you get him lost in it, you get him talking, and then he'll decide when it's time to move on.
Right.
He's a dwarf, so probably Tej.
That's not a bad idea. I need more Tej anyway.
She just like wiggles the coin pouch.
Yes. I will buy new clothes first.
I can't move like I could when you were a boy, Scratch. You'll need to talk to Feather.
I will. Thank
Feather,
you.
excuse me. Feather dancing between the alleys is one of your nieces.
Right.
Aww.
She's like the equivalent of like a 16-year-old, and she's a street dancer.
Feather, dancing, do. For now, I believe that is all.
No, it's not.
I didn't think so.
She smiles at you. Get the journal
The journal.
from the dwarf.
This journal. He pulls out the one that Sparky had.
Yeah, she holds her hand out.
What is it?
Not your concern.
Well, hold on. If it has some significance to our goal.
You see her reach for the meat cleaver.
Bye.
But sorry, yes, of course. My apologies. He's like holding it out immediately.
Takes it. She says, like she takes it, and you don't see what happens to it. It's suddenly she's not holding it anymore.
He knows better than to try, Grandma.
And she says,
Okay.
if we can find this metal man that Prince Otama wants, it would go well for feeding the whole family for quite some time, don't you think?
It would, yes.
And since you're not going back out into the jungle, I'll probably pass this off to a flask of wine.
Actually, I currently have 2 reasons to go out there.
She squints at you. Don't you have a strict 3 weeks in town for every day in the jungle policy?
I do, but I've been given a chance to earn my right, and by all means, I'm going to go all in.
She squints at you again. She reaches for the meat cleaver again.
What? I'm not lying.
I don't think you're lying, I just don't think you're Scratch.
To put frankly, Azaka has finally given in and shown a bit of kindness. And,
Now
well,
that's the girl I told you to bring home, Scratch. She brightens immediately.
I'll think about it. We've only just entered semi-friendly
She's a good match
terms.
for you.
We'll see what happens during the journey.
She cat grins at you, and you don't see her move. The journal is just resting on the fish stall in front of you.
He'll pocket it again. I have agreed to help her retrieve her mask. In return, she's going to help me reach. Oh fuck! I forgot to write down the name of the place the gods left.
Orolanga?
Orolanga.
Orolanga.
On and on about that place.
I will find it.
It will not help the family.
If the gods left, they have to have left something behind. Anything that the gods have touched is valuable.
Your father thought that too.
And I think Scratch like closes his mouth and has a visible shake as soon as that's said.
What do we
Because
value, Scratch?
Family.
She nods. Adventure is all well and good, but ultimately, family is more important. Don't go dying for some foolish errand.
Something else I'm after is, well, I'm sure you already know the mission that the prince has given us.
She rolls her eyes.
Imagine the kind of money that we can squeeze out of the prince once this is complete, huh?
Imagine how many of your cousins I will lose getting your corpse out of the jungle.
I think Scratch like chuckles a little bit. You see me as too frail, grandmother.
No,
I won't.
I wouldn't send River Mist on this errand.
He like looks at the ground like, well, shit.
Before you leave, Scratch, come have tea with your grandmother. I have something to tell you.
I feel like it's been a long time since Scratch had tea.
Oh yeah, no, it's always a tense affair, right? Because it's like, it's not just like having tea in the English sense, it's like having tea in the Chinese sense, like.
Right, like
Yeah.
this is the big time.
Yeah.
This isn't getting the scolding on the street. This is, I can either really rip into you or let you in on the big family secret.
Exactly.
Frankly, I don't think Scratch cares which, because he doesn't get to spend much time with just Grandma.
Right, exactly. Like you're not alone now. Like, there's other Tabaxi around. She's got helpers, because she's old, like.
Right.
They know to keep their mouths shut, but, like, they're there. There's probably, like, 2 or 3, like, employees at this fish stall.
Absolutely, Grandmother. As
Before
soon
you
as we
leave.
have everything prepared, I'll come back.
She nods and picks up the meat cleaver, picks up the fish that she had, like, been draining, and gestures, like, up towards Cauldron's restaurant with the cleaver before going back to work.
He'll walk over.
So, Dr. Lorelei,
Yeah.
Sibs,
Yeah.
have you ever been to, like, a family-owned Asian-style restaurant?
Yeah, we have a couple of them in town.
You know how they're like, you should try this, and you should try this, and you should try this, and you can't leave before you have this, like,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You just keep getting bites of fish and skewers passed to you. And it's all dynamite. Like, it's all real good.
Yeah, Sue kind of always intended on helping pay for it, no matter what.
So, do you refuse the alcohol? Because you're offered alcohol with almost every bite.
Yeah, she's refusing the alcohol. She's a medic. She can't afford that. And I think she says it like, no, I'm a doctor. I appreciate it, but I can't.
Okay. You are given some, like green tea, I think. No, it's probably, like, chai.
I can see
Yeah, she'll accept that.
You're given some chai and a bunch of different grilled fish. So, Scratch, you come up and she just got this pile of skewers in front of her.
My God, Cauldron, you're going to drain me of all my cash. He, like, laughs a little.
I love the idea that bubbling stew pot is like he's the muscular chef from Monster Hunter, except not quite as cattish.
Oh yeah.
He's just like this. It's like cross the muscular chef with the overweight cop from Zootopia, right?
Wait. So he's essentially a male version of the female cat chef from the DLC.
Yes. He's got like the red headband on, the red like do-rag, I guess. He's got the apron around his waist, and he just laughs when you walk up. And goes back to throwing some more skewers around. I think actually he laughs, goes to like make more skewers, flips one over, and then just holds it out to you. It's got like an egg on it.
A yoink.
And it's hot, but it's you know it's a marinated grilled like hard-boiled egg.
Oh yeah. Oh god, that sounds really good, actually.
Right?
Oh fuck, I haven't properly had dinner. What are you doing to me, Fox?
I mean, if you want to pull up a chair, like Stewpot will hook you up.
Yeah, I think Scratch like pops it and then grabs a chair across from the doctor.
Well, it would be beside, because it's one of those like walk up like bar style eateries. Yeah.
Then yeah.
So you sit down, and I love the idea that Bubbling Stewpot is just a tabaxi of few words. Like, he knows your order by now, I think.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so if you want to have a scene with the doctor, you can.
So
Conversation go.
Better than I expected.
You're not dead.
I'll need to update my outfit, but aside from that, things should be going well.
Tilts head, but isn't going to really ask.
The dancers that have been passing us.
You can literally just gesture. There's probably one nearby.
Yeah, he like points. That is also how we traditionally fight.
Yeah. So, I love this. So, Dr. Lorelei, what you're realizing is these little, like wayfish-looking boys and girls are the police force.
Nice.
Scratch does this little, like, squares up.
Because they've got eyes on every corner. Like, of course they are.
Yeah. Scratch, like, does this little thing where he, like, squares up and throws a punch at nothing while saying, like...
I think you square up and throw a punch at nothing, and Dr. Lorelei, you notice every tabaxi around you, so, like, the one on your other side, the one on Scratch's other side, Stewpot, and, like, the passing tabaxi on the street, they all, like, tense and look, and then go back to what they were doing as if nothing happened.
All right.
See...
Oh, noted.
The way I fight is too obvious. I don't know if you just noticed that, but everyone felt it as soon as I put my guard up. If I can finally learn how our people fight, well, I'll be fighting like a tabaxi, not fighting like a man.
Cauldron sets I call him Cauldron again, Stewpot, sets a plate with like 3 skewers of various fish parts in front of you, Scratch. And when he sets it down, he says, "Feather?"
That's the plan.
He pulls one of his earrings off and sets it on the plate in front of you.
Tilts head.
So out of character, what does that mean?
So you said, I'm going to need an outfit. He's your cousin. He's helping you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll take it and...
It doesn't have a needle on it. It literally just clips to your ear.
Yeah, just...
Why would you have a spike through your flesh as a tabaxi? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, no. He, like, looks at the doctor. Oh, by the way, everyone here is family, so don't think it too weird if someone calls me cousin.
So, I love this so much. Can you make a perception check for me, Dr. Lorelei?
Sure thing. Where is it? There it is.
Okay.
Nope.
No, actually, I think that's high enough because they're making it obvious because you're an outsider. When Scratch says everyone here is family, like you look and like it's like a flash mob. Everyone on the street has stopped and just smiling at you, and then when you notice, they just go back to what they were doing. Like 30 people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Huh, good to know.
Like, Scratch, this is the safest you felt in a while.
Yeah. As afraid of Madame Red as he is, he knows while he's nearby her and the rest of the Tabaxi community, there's literally nothing on this planet that can touch him.
No, like, and they know that, like, for all of your reputation, which, to be fair, most of them have too, like, if somebody shouts, like, Displacer Beast, you're gonna be right in there with the others, like...
Oh, yeah. But frankly, if we were to hear, and he like whispers so no one like freaks out and thinks it's serious.
Right.
Thunder Beast, everyone would be up in arms, and I too would be gone helping. It's how the community works.
Stupot is filling up Dr. Lorelei's water because I'm assuming, or tea. Sorry, not water, tea.
Yeah.
And he says, or fire.
Or that.
I love the idea that there's a little tabaxi sitting like on the bar beside the grill, playing with the fan that's used to blow the coals.
Right.
That's so cute.
I ever seen a community like this in her traveling?
Yes, but
never something to this extent.
no. This is the like tabaxi are everywhere, and they're usually kind of ostracized, and they're very, very close knit. Aside from like an orc warband, you haven't seen anything this like tight knit outside of a tabaxi community. But this is like a tabaxi community somewhere else is like a family or two families. This is like a district of the city.
Yeah.
This is like 40 or 30 families.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Like I'm gonna draw on the map. Like this whole area is tabaxi land.
Yeah, I was mostly asking because I think Sue like really appreciates it. Like Sue's a doctor; she knows that when medicine is needed, family is probably some of the best people to go to. She also now knows who to go to in case the worst case scenario happens with Scratch.
Yeah, or for that matter, if you needed it, like you can get anything you want here. And actually, what you have noticed is when you first came in, hawkers were like, and street performers like trying to get your attention with like basic wares, but the more time you spend here, the more they're offering you stuff that you want.
Like medical supplies, healers
Yes.
kits, possibly.
Yeah, like
This is-
like as soon as you said like I can't touch alcohol, I'm a healer, the next person who came up to you was like, I have some really nice thread, do you want it? It's strong, instead of it's pretty.
Fair enough.
We're
So
about
actually-
the closest thing to a legal black market you can find.
Legal?
Wow. Open.
As legal as anything can be in short.
What about this area screams minds the law to you exactly?
the most open about it.
I repeat myself.
Also fair.
I think while like Scratch is talking and she notices this, she goes, "Would you recommend I get my medical supplies from here? We took a lot of damage, and I need more supplies for my healer's kits."
I'm sorry, are you asking me if I should tell you yes I'm sorry. I'm sorry, are you asking me if I should tell you whether or not you should support my family?
I'm more asking for a matter of price because I do have cash, but I'm more concerned about. I still owe for that glass work.
Ah, you're a close friend. I'm sure my family won't skimp you too hard.
You also know that it's not about cash. Like, it is for, like, a random-ass person. But, like, barter, trade, and charity are all, like... you probably see somebody come up while you're having this conversation... And Stewpot just like passes them a skewer, and they just walk away. Like,
right.
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot to barter with.
Speaking of Stewpot, anyone need any stitching up, healing work done?
stops. You see him like lay a big like steak on the grill, and then he turns and thanks. He nods. And he turns, and he calls someone in Tabaxi, probably like, he calls them another short name, probably calls them like, I don't know, Cream or something.
Right.
And they come over and he like whispers in their ear, and they nod and they run off. And then the only thing Stewpot says to you is, "We'll see."
Gotcha.
Blinks a couple times.
Charity and generosity go a very long way here. Since you are a doctor and
The Tabaxi on your other side, Dr. Lorelei, chimes in with, "Not many friends for people like us. Or too many, depending on how you think of it."
a lot of healers like asking us a little bit more.
The temple is so far.
And having a doctor right here in the community center, well, shall we say you might be able to get a good bit of sway in what you need.
I don't know.
For what you already love doing for others.
A different Tabaxi, like, walks up a little bit out of breath, steps behind the counter, and starts, like, talking to Stewpot.
I'm just gonna add Tabaxi to my languages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh fuck, I think I just rolled something.
Yeah,
My
you
bad.
rolled religion, not a big deal. They talk for a good bit, so much so that somebody is like, "Hey, Stewpot," and like gestures at the grill, and he's like, "Oh shit," and like flips the steak over. And then after a minute, Stewpot turns to you, Scratch, and with him you recognize the Tabaxi. It's female Tabaxi, often referred to as Stewpot's sister, but they're not related by blood.
Right.
She got adopted by your aunt. And she's actually not a full Tabaxi. She's like a half Tabaxi. But she, like, you can't tell by looking at her. But you know that she's got like a human father or something. She, I don't know a good name for her. I've been puzzling over it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, I just realized that It's a Bad Day for Rain is a relevant Tabaxi name.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna use that for a pyromancy sorcerer Tabaxi.
Same. No. I think her name is Oh, I know what it is. Honey from an Aging Barrel. And of course people just call her Honey. And she turns to the two of you, and mostly to Scratch. She says, "I can spread the word if you like."
He like looks at the doctor.
If there are people who need help, I'm here for that.
Can you stay
Not long.
overnight?
I think we
Looks to
can.
Scratch.
I think we can buy at least a day.
She nods. And I think like what's the short version of like the familial address of Madame Red? Is it like I feel like it's Oma.
I like that, so probably.
Okay. Either Oma or Nona. I don't know which one is better. I do kind of like
Perfect.
Oma though.
Personally, I say Oma.
Oma. Okay. So she says, Oma says we can make a space for you. Give us a few moments. Enjoy the food. And she runs off. And she runs off like tabaxi speed.
The Godspeed
Yes.
crap Scratch has been pulling.
Yes.
I will never not be impressed by how fast that is. But looks like I have my work cut out for me.
Oh, certainly. But with that sign of generosity, you should be able to get your sway with pricing.
I'll worry about that later. If there are people who need help, I'm ready to start whenever.
As soon as you say that, two things happen. One, Stewpot takes your plate of empty skewers away and replaces it with a plate of skewers. And two, someone is trying to like tug you to your feet off of the bench.
Think as she feels the tug, she turns around.
It's just some random tabaxi. You have never seen them before. They're just like, come on.
Scratch, if I were to give you some of my money, would you be okay with paying?
I'm
Stewpot
already
chuckles.
I'm already covering it. Go do what you need to do, Doctor.
Thank you, sorry. And she'll follow the tabaxi.
Okay,
Taking
the
her back.
tabaxi like reaches over, picks up the plate of skewers with the other hand, and leads you out into the street. So Scratch, you're alone for a bit. What do you want to do?
I think he's mostly like thinking about how he wants to. What's a word for it? Flowy up his outfit.
Yeah.
Because he likes what he's got. Like, because I imagine he probably got the shawl off his dad.
Yeah, you basically are wearing like a tabby at the moment.
I think his main idea is maybe add to it, make it.
Yeah, like what I'm imagining is something kind of a cross between like a Shaolin monk and like a Romani stage dancer.
Yeah. And I think he's gonna.
Can I just say
his-
that would be fly as hell, IRL? Like,
Oh, that
What?
so would. I think he's gonna like, like eat what he can from the plate, and like look to Stewpot like, is it already covered with the 30 Madame Red passed over?
he nods, and
Right.
by way of answer, he says, "Breakfast too."
Excellent. And he'll put down like an extra 5 gold because.
Yeah. And
Tips
I
for
think
family.
when you go to get up, the other tabaxi that we're eating, like each take off a piece of jewelry, like a bangle or a ring or something, and pass it to you. One of
Yeah,
them takes off
he'll-
a scarf.
He'll take them and he'll like do the little like bow thing, like thank you.
Yep. Where you heading?
Mostly to pick up the last little pieces of an updated outfit he'll need.
Okay. I'm certain you have a cousin. I'm just gonna refer to them as cousins.
I honestly think that's exactly how it would go. Because I
Yeah,
think,
exactly. Like, there's multiple families here, like you said, but everyone is at least a cousin,
yeah.
right? So
Also, the idea that tabaxi have children the same way regular cats do in litters is terrifying to me.
yeah, I'm thinking they have what's the fancy word for multiple children in a stint?
I don't know a word for that.
regardless, they probably don't have singles often, but I think a litter is a bit much. So they have a lot of twins and triplets, but not a lot of, like, 8 children in a stint. But I'm pretty certain that you know a tailor cousin that can hook you up. Probably already doing it at Madame Red's behest.
Right.
The only thing I want to know is, like, what colors is Scratch going to be rocking?
In my mind, it's a lot of... Well, he's Scratch face of a gold coin.
Yeah.
So a lot of his colors are going to be gold and sort of in that inclination.
Can I make a suggestion? Instead of, like, a scarf, like what a lot of tabaxi use, I think Scratch would look kind of fly in, like, a Spanish style or, like, an Indian style cape. The kind that goes over one arm.
And that might be kind of sick.
And you could like combine that with like I said, like the Shaolin monk outfit.
Oh yeah.
And then have a bunch of like flashy jewelry. And I love base color. So since your fur is dark, right? Your fur is like black. So base color, either like a deep red or go the other way and go like white. And then the border is like gold. That would look fly.
Oh, for sure. I think that's what it is.
Cool. That's gonna take a bit, but you can go and order that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dr. Lorelei.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Is my audio still good?
Yeah, your audio is better than my voice, apparently. Your audio's been fine all night.
All right, I was just making sure.
So, you're taken to like a building, like a building. There's not a sign on the front. It looks like it might be like somebody's house.
Okay.
And you go in, and like white curtains have been hung up. And there's a couple of partitions that have been made, and in the foyer of the house, there's like already like 10 or 12, like it's a waiting room, and you could tell it's a waiting room as soon as you walk in, like 10 or 12 like would-be patients, and they just look at you expectantly, and Honey in an Aged Barrel comes out of one of the partition rooms, and she smiles at you, and she says, "That was quick. Ready to get started?"
Really?
And I think she nods, and she says, "What can you do?"
By trade, I am a trauma doctor. However, I have...
She tilts her head when you say that word, like she doesn't know what you said.
Right. Doctor is not a common term.
Actually,
Doctors
trauma is what confused her.
Trauma?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How would I go about explaining what a trauma doctor
That's
does?
a good question.
Because I'm blanking for some reason on what trauma doctor does. It's literally...
You're an ER nurse.
Basically, I am who people call if things are serious. Someone's going into labor, someone broke a bone, something's out of its socket. I helped Scratch his arm from an Allosaurus bite. That was bad. But I handled it fine enough, I'd like to think.
She nods. You hear the door open, and somebody run out, and the door close. You don't see who it was. But Honey is nodding. And she says, "What do you need?"
I will need... I think she pulls out her surgeon's kit and points to the wire in it. Depending on what I'm dealing with, I'll need a lot of wire. I'll need gauze. I'll undoubtedly need
Was silk too?
alcohol or something to serve as an anesthetic. I believe silk would do.
Yeah, silk is... It's actually better than gauze. It's just more expensive usually.
Yeah.
So
Then
again, you hear the door open and someone run out, and she like Honey gestures you to come further in, and she says, "You said labor."
Yes.
And she like pulls back the curtain, and we see a tabaxi with a swollen belly like laying on a cot, and then we smash cut to the next scene.
All right.
Can you make 5 medicine checks for me, please?
Sweet God. Yeah, I can.
You have advantage on all of these, by the way.
3, 4.
Okay, one more. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
across
so
the
your
board.
lowest roll was a 12. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So over the course of, well, however long you're willing to work, you're going to get all kinds of stuff. Nobody dies on your watch, but you get a lot of, like, you get everything from food poisoning to somebody taking a bad spill to like, labor. You get like a couple of like fight wounds.
Yeah.
But you're able to do the doctor thing and help with all of this. So are you just gonna work into the night? Because there will be more stuff for you to do, like full stop.
Sue will work until she is told she is good to stop.
Okay. Then in the meantime, Brick and Night Dame, I'm going to get your name eventually. Erithis. When you two get back to the Thundering Lizard, what are you doing?
I imagine I'm primarily looking around, new environment. It's kind of like casing out to see if potential threats and just familiarizing myself with the layout.
Okay. Brick?
Brick's immediately headed to the bar.
Okay.
Excuse.
To do what?
Like, as soon as he's up to the bar, like, he visibly detenses, and he just goes, something strong. Is our tab still good?
You get a nod, and she, like, pours you, like, It's tropical, so I imagine rum and Tej are the two big ones. So she pours you like a flagon of rum, and like pulls out a gourd of Tej and like wiggles it. Like, would you rather have this? And then whichever one you want is what she passes, and whatever one you don't want, she'll hand to somebody else.
He'll take the rum.
Okay, get the flagon of rum. She slides the gourd down the bar. No messages, so you got that going for you. Shago is like. Honestly, Shago is probably doing his best to avoid the other guides. So he's, like, making himself less visible in the corner. You get the feeling that he's not super comfortable in Port Nyanzaru. Scratch, do you go and get the others, or I guess Brick in this case, while your clothes are being made? Gamzee?
Hun.
Gamzee did a crash.
No, I was just having technical issues trying to unmute.
Hi. Do you go and get Brick while your clothes are being made?
Considering how close it is, probably, yeah.
Okay. So I think, Brick, you sit down and you start, like, nursing your rum a bit, trying to, like, get your head on. And a little bit later, I think you hear Shago at the door, or, like, near the door. He says, like, there you are. Where's the doctor?
Currently doing work.
And Brick, you look over and Scratch has
Yeah.
walked in. Are you wearing
What
the
the-
jewelry, Scratch?
Oh, yeah.
So he's not wearing the new outfit yet, but he's blinged out.
Don't
You
tell me you
do,
spent more of our money.
This, no, gifts from family. Why don't you come along and meet them, huh?
I suppose. Oh, we have a new addition. Zindar introduced us. Dame Erithus, you said it was?
She merely nods at that.
Brick gestures at a silver dragonborn in like black blue armor sitting at a table more or less behind Brick.
I think like Scratch from wherever he's standing like looks them up and down and goes, like he like walks over to Brick. How much is her being here going to cost us?
As far as I know, nothing. She said you were on a holy mission? Right?
You hear Shago snort.
Hearing the emphasis, like, again, you can see the draconic flare for a second.
She's going to punch Shago.
Probably.
Yeah.
She's going to put this man through a wall.
Well, consider she
A holy
put
mission.
the guy's throw at one point. But before she...
A holy mission, huh? Oops, sorry.
She's
like, you could just tell that, like, it's like that determined anger look for a second and all.
Right.
Like, it's like, before just merely nodding back.
like Brick's already a little in his cup, so like he has the edge off.
Nice.
He's not like drunk because you know he's a
Right.
dwarf.
He's a dwarf. Yeah, exactly.
So, a holy mission, huh?
Our interests aligned. It's well, there's one thing I've learned. Safety in numbers, right?
Absolutely. And I think Scratch really quickly leans into Brick again and says, as long as she's free, she's welcome.
And Shago comes over and sits down on your other side, Scratch, and like sits backwards on the stool so that he can like watch the dragon. And he says,
Yeah.
She is here to purge the jungle of undead, Scratch.
Like, quick, small snort that he tries to hold.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Just... yeah. A noble mission indeed. A noble mission indeed.
Shago is eyeing you like, if you laugh, I get to laugh, but if you don't, I can't, you bastard. Like...
Listen, he saw this lady. If he laughs, he's getting...
Yeah,
he's
no,
getting tail
exactly.
reduction surgery.
Like, Scratches, like, so you and Shago are playing chicken right now, is what's happening. Like,
In Scratch's mind, if I laugh, I'm getting emergency tail reduction surgery, whether I like it or not.
uh-huh.
You laugh, you're getting thrown from the table.
Scratch, can you make an insight check really quick?
Oh fuck, that might have been dice.
What? There it goes. Nice.
Wow!
Shago is not blustering. In fact, he's giving the dragon space.
I think he leans in a little bit, like, what's wrong? Is the mighty Shago scared?
She's faster than me.
I'm sorry, you fucking what?
Shago just nods at you like, I know, right?
Now hold on, I know I'm faster than you. But her?
Can you roll initiative for me, please, Scratch? Okay, so you outrolled him. So he's like, I know I'm faster than you. And you see his hand go up to just flip you in the forehead. But you're faster than him. Yes, you grab his wrist. And he just like, his eyes widen just a little, and that's the only reaction he gets, and then he pulls his hand away.
But her? Really?
Like, watching that exchange, she just turns to Shago. Do you enjoy testing people?
Only if they're softer than you, Knight.
At that,
Just
like,
another-
she kind of, like, grumbles slightly. Like, Shago can actually see her teeth slightly at that.
Come. We should be friends if we are on the same team, huh?
We are only friends because my mission aligns with your goals, from what I've been told.
Ooh, thorny.
She
Brick.
reminds me of your girlfriend, Scratch.
What? Listen. You and Madame Red just will not lay off with that, will you?
Brick's actually. Brick chuckles again, because again, he's got the edge off.
Mm-hmm.
You're too serious. Come on, we're in town. There's drink. Enjoy yourself while we can. You won't be able to in the jungle.
She just. I'm trying to remember because I may be thinking of a different series. Can Dragonborns get drunk?
Yeah, but paladins can't.
Okay, yeah. Well, can't as in physically, or can't as in they shouldn't.
Can't as in physically. You're immune to poison.
And disease.
Okay. She like merely goes back to like her cup. It's just like tea or something, kind of like a non-alcoholic version.
Right.
You, Brick. Finish your drink. We're going to go to, my community, and I'll treat you to some fish.
Tie your coin purse tighter, both of you.
Brick does so, and he downs the last of his drink and says, "All right, let's go."
Meredith is like, you can see her messing, like checking a couple spots beforehand. Because being
Right.
a far traveler, I would imagine she's had experience with pickpockets before.
Probably.
So she knows the trick of split up your money.
Probably.
Yeah, Brick's putting money in his armor again.
Why are we going to that thieves' den, Scratch?
Scratch, like, shoots him a look.
Am I wrong?
Only a little. It is not a den.
Why are we going there?
Because that is where the doctor is. Because
We
I
left her
have
alone?
Well, yes, she's doing work. Her usual work.
And
Doctor.
there is no chance that she's going to be tied up and thrown in a boat.
After people saw me and her with Madame Red, after people saw Madame Red show her kindness, chances are low.
You trust him?
I trust my family, yes.
Shago looks at Brick like, I don't approve of this.
He looks to Brick. Everyone has a bad opinion of my people, but trust me.
It is deserved.
Unless you are kind in turn. And the doctor is nothing but.
I do trust you, Scratch. You know that.
Of course. Brother in arms, as they say.
Let's go.
Shago picks up his spear on the way out. Do you go with them, Dame?
Hockey?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Do you go with them, Dame Erithis?
I would imagine so. It's kind of the annoyed but still going along, but
Okay.
Before we actually head out,
Uh-huh.
Scratch wants to try and get like a thing of Taj.
You can get it here, or you can get it over there.
Actually, I should probably just get it over there from the family.
I mean, I assumed you already had one.
I did, but I gave it away on the boat.
No,
I
I
had-
meant, did I not hand you one in that previous scene? Because I meant to.
No.
Oh, you know, I completely meant when you sat down, when the doctor got her tea topped off, that Stupop has you a gourd of Tej.
No, I had gotten food, but I didn't get.
I
okay.
completely forgot to say that. Then that's my fault.
Then I shall delete the gallon part on Tej and one.
Yeah, you guys head back over to the Tabaxi Like, I don't know what to call this. Like, it has an official name on like the city map, but like Tabaxi Town just doesn't sound good. I don't know what I want to call it yet. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I
Cat
do.
Valley?
It's the Cat Cradle.
Oh, that's better than Cat's
Nice.
Alley. That's better than Cat's Alley for
You're
sure.
right, it is. So you guys make your way back over to the cat's cradle, and immediately you're assaulted with bright colors and music and people all up in your business.
Right.
And you note that, Scratch, you note that everybody is interested in the night. People are stopping their business to gawk at the night. You're a silver dragonborn, right?
Yes.
So do you have resistance to heat?
No, it's resistance to cold.
Yeah, resistance
I don't
to
have,
cold.
a weakness to the other ones, but
Right.
it's just cold.
I feel like you have a little bit of a cold aura coming off of you.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's probably why you can move in the heavy armor despite it being tropical. You'll still be
Yeah.
subject to intense heat, but right now it's okay. But I think you're getting gawked at because you're walking around in plate mail. Not even the city guards do that. Most of them are dressed like Shago.
To be fair, the city guard will run around like Hooters waitresses.
A bit less, all things considered.
I'm not that barbarian if you had to work at a strip restaurant.
A little bit, yeah. So yeah, you guys get back into the cat's cradle. Where are you heading?
Jeez. I didn't ask where the doctor.
No, but it won't be hard to find her.
That's true. Probably try to track down wherever she's at.
Okay.
To soothe Shago's
Sensibilities.
nerves. Yeah.
Yeah, so you start asking where the doctor is, and you're it's pointed out to you pretty quickly. One of your cousins has given up their front room for the time being, and there's a line around the block already.
Wow.
And you've only been gone about 45 minutes.
Yeah. That's a lot more than I expected. That is not Scratch. That's a lot more than I expected.
And knowing the doctor, she won't be able to refuse even one of them.
I think we'll be here for at least a night.
Can you guys, if you go in and find Dr. Lorelei between patients, can you guys talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes? Because I gotta go feed the cats.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys do that, and I'll be right back.
Doctor, I'd like to introduce you to our newest companion.
Quick thing. Did we actually manage to get in the room? Because I thought we were on the outside and just seeing the huge line.
I assume, like you said, we get in and talk to them. So yeah.
You guys aren't patient, so you could probably just take a seat wherever Sue is taking a look at.
I wonder if the backseat a bit as soon as Erithus comes up, they just kind of part.
Probably.
Let's not put that. And I think Sue looks up at Scratch speaking, smiles, looks to Brick, nod, sees the new person. Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, what was it? Dame?
Dame Erithus.
Dame Erithus.
Name is just a lady's term for a night, I'm pretty sure.
It is.
Oh. Yeah. Dame Erithus. Our new companion who is on a adventure to purge Chult of its undead issue.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's why you're here. It's wonderful to meet you, ma'am. My name is Dr. Sue Lorelei. And she holds her hand out.
Erithus looks the doctor up and down, kind of measuring her in a sense before taking her hand and shaking it curtly. Not rudely, but it's not it's
kind of
polite.
It's yeah, I acknowledge you.
Yeah. Not being rude, but not being overly friendly.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I think she's still smiling, she goes back to whoever she's working on. I knew that I figured there would be a lot of help, but hey, at least I'm getting my practice in.
I knew my family would buy us the day they asked for anyway, whether I could figure something out myself or not.
You still need to go talk to Prince Wakanga, right? Scratch?
We do. Yes.
We should probably tell him what happened.
Yes. Doctor, you may stay here and continue working. The rest of us can handle that.
All right.
We'll be sure to come back.
I'm trying to think. As far as I'm aware, the Raven Queen really has no issue with healing magic in general, correct?
No.
No.
The Raven Queen's issue is the dead being alive.
Yeah, that's why I was just checking. It's like I'm just making sure.
It's not like resurrection. Resurrection is cool. What isn't cool is animate dead, control dead.
Yeah.
Speak with dead is kind of a border gray line as far as I'm aware, because you're forcing the soul back into the body, but giving it no control.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of figured that. I'm just was thinking because, yeah. So I imagine noticing that Sue Lorelei fixing up people, she's merely kind of like passive, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. It's like helping people deliver babies. It's broken bones. It's
Yeah, like I know you're not doing like raise dead or such. It's just my point was I was just making sure that because I was pretty sure healing didn't have an issue, but better to make sure than to assume otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember which Daedric prince from Elder Scrolls is the one that hates undead, because that sounds basically like what the Raven Queen is.
Kilnara, I think her name is
Meridia.
Yeah, Meridia.
Oh yeah, Meridia, the prince of all living of energy of living things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've played Raven Queen Warlocks. I know what the Raven Queen expects by now, and it's basically just, you see that zombie over there? Yeah, we don't vibe with that. Kick its ass.
I imagine Dago and all might be doing efforts to make sure that I don't notice the undead then.
No, it's not tries to make sure you don't notice the undead. It's, hey, look, a zombie, and your job is conk.
Well, I'm talking like that pit, because it makes it, because what I was kind of thinking is my character probably had to have been talked out of heading Storm first in there to fuck up the cult.
Oh, yeah.
No, we are not fighting that we are not fighting that.
It's something that should be, I suppose, made clear, my new friend. We do not go all in, or at least we avoid it. We have thus far, when possible. In the case of the Ghoul's Nest, we did not go full in because,
well, unless you or Shago talked about it, I wouldn't know about the Ghoul's Nest at all.
Shago mentioned it
He
earlier.
had been in a ghoul's nest.
The Ghoul's Nest. Oh, that's true.
I would like to make something very clear for you, since you are from out of town. The dead cannot be handled by any one person. If one of us says there is a nest, your purpose is not run in and kill them all. Your purpose becomes stay quiet until we can get away. Because a nest can house anywhere from hundreds to thousands.
Like as soon as you mentioned like your job is not to go in, like you can actually see her bristling, like almost kind of like seeming to grow, like it's that anger like look for a second, and all like Scratch can tell it's not aimed at him, but if it was, Scratch would probably be feeling the urge to flee very far at the moment.
Oh, absolutely not. Not in the community area.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I guess at the very least at the back, you get what I'm saying. It's like the...
Yeah.
Listen, what we're saying is fighting the symptoms of the problem here is fruitless. we need to find the source.
And that's what we've been sent here to do. Snipping of fabric.
I'm currently in the process of a small upgrade, shall we say.
Is that what the shiny baubles are for?
Yes, I'm currently having some new cloth tailored as well.
I would, at the mention of this, and I admit I may be off on how D&D paladins work in a way, so if I am, then that's fine. Just correct me. I would imagine Erithis would be going up, like, non-dominant hand, so her left hand would be going up to the amulet, which seems to be glowing like a purple light almost. And, like, going quiet, kind of like, for lack of a term, it's almost like she's praying or something. Before she lets go of it a few minutes later. The queen sees value in your judgment, and that's all she says.
Hilton.
That's now to what you said on whether or not that's how they work. It's kind of DM discretion, because like warlocks, clerics, and paladins have to rely on a source for their strength. It depends on the character, their connection to the source, and the source's opinion on the person they are connected to.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's usually determined by the DM. So you
We'll ask it once he gets back.
Yeah.
Okay, but at least something like that in theory could happen.
Yeah.
So at the very least, my character could actually be like, no, screw you. If I see ghouls, I'm going after them.
Right. I do like the idea personally, because I like that whole, like, I'm a warlock, and their god just is constantly in their ear, making sure they're on their job.
On their bullshit.
Well, my character is definitely, like, my oath of vengeance against the undead and all is paramount. Like,
Hey, Fox.
quite frankly, it became like saving between scratch or like killing a bunch of undead. Let's just say, at the very least, that's going to be a hell of a lot harder than you think.
Hockey, bring up the idea to Fox real quick.
What's up? I'm taking something that's out of my stomach, and then we'll get right back into it.
Okay. Basically, the idea was, like, if we got to the point where my characters found out about the ghoul nests and all, like, those ideas, and everyone's saying, you know, you shouldn't be going in guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
What would the Raven Queen's position be on this, you think? Because she's basically doing the whole, like, bit of prayer, like, asking the Raven Queen, you know, should I be worried, as they say, more about the cause rather than the symptoms, or should I be doing everything in my power against the symptoms as well? To hell with the consequences.
Well, it doesn't really work that way. You can't really, like, just be like, hey, Mom, what do I do for every little thing? However, a dead agent is not very useful.
Okay. Like, at the very least, because the idea behind my character is the oath is, as I was telling everyone else, it's like, if it was like Scratch or a bunch of undead over there that she could be killing, at the very least, that is definitely going to be a decision that takes a while to decide in a way, almost, if she even stops to think about it.
Right.
Give me 1 minute. My headset started beeping at me, so.
Beep, beep, beep. Okay.
As if they're about to die. Fuck.
So what did I train? What did I miss?
We went through introductions.
Mm-hmm.
We decided the doctor's going to be left to her work.
Okay.
While we go talk to Prince Wakanga.
You're gonna go up to Prince Otamu.
Yes.
Okay. So that is across the city. That is a long way.
Yes.
Should one of us stay with the doctor?
Also, Kid, and this is just one thing we were asking as well. Like, we were thinking they made sense, but figured check, like, when my character, like, walked up to the line of tabaxi and everything, just, like, they all, like, it's not like they jumped out of the way or anything, but they parted way, if that makes sense. Kind of like that, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Like we want to go talk to the doctor, and they just kind of looked and went, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, I think I have an alternative headset.
Oh, good.
Alternative headset. I just want to see how far it is from the cat's cradle to...
It's a bit of a distance.
Yeah, it looks it.
Oh, good lord. Looks like it's going to be at least a mile.
Oh, yeah. Which isn't bad. It's just...
Oh, no, but it's not just like a hop, skip, and a jump either.
No. Sorry about the stream going all over the place, guys. My hands twitch. It happens. It's a thing. Yeah, depending on your route, it's about a mile.
Wouldn't it be faster to come up this way?
Probably. But, like I said, about a mile.
It's probably basically about roughly a mile either way.
And it's going to be slow going because it's the middle of the day. The city is going to be busy.
Right.
But if you guys, I know one of you, I think it was Vader, said, do we want to leave someone with the doctor? Like, you could leave Shago.
I think that's a decent idea.
Okay, now
well,
sit
no-
there, Gamsey.
I think that's a decent idea.
You're still cutting out.
And fuck. I don't know. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti,
Yeah,
da?
you sound fine now.
Okay. I think, like...
And you're cutting out again.
Didn't
I'm
cut out for me
kidding,
there.
by the way.
Oh, Fox, I'm gonna fucking yeet you.
The last one was a joke. The other one were legitimate.
Oh my god. I hate you so much. Anyway, Chuggle, if you are so inclined to worry about the doctor here, perhaps you'd like to stay and keep an eye on her.
Shago just like grins and nods at you like, I see what you're doing. And he says, for the good of the mission, consider it done.
Oh, he's like side-eyeing the doctor. As always, the generous Shago watches over the good doctor.
So yeah, so then the Dragonborn, the Sergeant, and the Cat are gonna make your way across the city to go see Prince Otamu?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. This is a Lord of the Rings ass team.
It really is. Well, no, it isn't, because everybody in the Lord of the Rings, everybody in the Fellowship of the Ring at least, was a white dude.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like,
You are far from wrong.
I don't think it's a Lord of, it is a Dungeons and Dragons ass team, though. I'll give you that one.
This is like the stereotypical, like, r/story team.
Yeah, a little bit. So anyway,
The dwarf
It's
cat
the
and
pr-
the
it's-
dragon all walk into a bar.
I was about to say.
so are you just going straight to Wakanga, or are you?
I mean, Erithus is right now following Brick and Scratch. I mean, as you just pointed out, she's fresh to the city. She's not a stranger to towns.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, she's not an idiot to just go wandering off.
Brick's gonna like eye the scimitar at his waist and go like, I should probably get a more fitting weapon for close combat.
We may be able... I'm sorry, that's not Scratch. We may be able to arrange something along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to stop at the market?
Probably.
Okay.
Unless there are any, like, specialized shops along the way.
Specialized weapon shops?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the purview of one of the princes. Let me check.
To clarify. Oh, wait, that's something I have to use. It's not passive. Never mind.
What's up?
I was going to clarify whether divine sense kind of like senses like conman, for lack of a better term, or such. It's strong evil, so that's why it's like I'm not sure if a con man falls under that.
I'm sorry. What?
It's one of the paladin abilities. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action. So I missed.
Yeah, that's an ability you have to use.
And it's also specified to certain types of creature.
Yeah, fiends, undead.
Okay, I missed that bit. So that's why that's why I wanted to clarify.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, so there is a prince in charge of weapons. That's their whole thing. Ekeneafa is a lady former gladiator. She specializes in weapons, armor, shields, traveling gear, saddles, wagons, and canoes. So if you wanna head to the Grand Souk, you could totally get some weapons.
Let's do that.
Okay. What are you looking for, Brick?
I'm thinking. Well, I'm not looking for a finesse weapon. I'm looking for something bigger.
You want a great weapon?
I was thinking probably a versatile weapon.
Versatile weapon. Okay. I can sell you basically any weapon from the player's handbook.
Yeah. I'm looking over,
I mean, you can't go wrong with a warhammer.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Warhammers aren't versatile, though, I don't think.
No, they're listed as versatile.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
They're great against, skeletons and zombies and shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, probably looking for a warhammer.
Regular or enchanted?
I'd like to get an enchanted one, but I don't think I have the coin for
How
that.
much money do you have?
I've got 78 gold.
Oof, no. That is unfortunately not even enough for masterwork.
Damn.
If I may,
Yo, what's up?
I was also looking to get an upgrade.
Okay.
Now, I'm doubting it, but can I get a magic rapier for 22 plat?
No.
29?
290 gold. No, you're looking at 4 digits for a magic weapon.
Oh, sorry, whistling.
Yep, no worries.
That always slips my mind. I'm so sorry.
I appreciate it. You're pretty good about it, so I'm not mad.
Could I get a masterwork rapier?
Unfortunately, no. First digit is 5.
Fuck.
Same for the warhammer.
Could I get any kind of upgrade for my rapier?
Not really. Not without more money. Now, I can check and see if Ekeneafa has any quests for you guys.
Now, that's an idea.
You like?
Because if we can secure some better weapons,
I'm checking. Hang on. Do. No, I don't. She doesn't have any direct quests. I can make something up. Like if you guys want to go, I think you'd be better off going to Wakanga and being like, hey, how would I get my paws on a magical weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Because I
now-
know I got quests for Wakanga.
For now, Brick, I'd recommend probably getting something like cheap and regular.
Yeah, well, okay. I can get a regular Warhammer. Probably.
Yeah, no, like book price.
That's what, 5 gold?
15.
15.
Oh.
I was gonna say, yeah, double digits.
And my scimitar's worth 25.
Yeah, so you could trade in the scimitar and get 10 gold and a warhammer.
Cool. Let's do that.
Cool. I think it's designed to look like an eagle's head.
Nice.
Yeah. No issue at all. Did you want something as well, Scratch?
For now, I'll pass.
Okay. So you get your shiny new warhammer, Brick. Unfortunately, like looking over it, like it's serviceable, but it's not. You can't enchant it later. It's not good enough quality to be enchanted later, unfortunately.
Alright.
But yeah, purchase done. You want to head up to the Prince's Villa.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I-
I mean, my
So-
character's fresh off the boat. She doesn't necessarily need anything immediately because she came prepared. Or at least she thought she did.
Right. So yeah, so you come around along the high bridges. You get to Wakanga's estate. He has like petitioners in a line outside of his house, same as all the other princes, as well as some at his shop. There's a sign on the gate of Prince Otamu's shop, or of Prince Otamu's villa rather, that says important business, come to the shop. Anybody else, wait till I get home. His shop's
There's
near here.
merely
Don't worry.
arches
It's just like right up the street.
Like Erithus just again merely arches an eye at the sign.
I'm sorry, what did it say? I didn't hear.
Important business, come to the shop. Everybody else, wait till I'm finished.
Okay, let's go to the shop.
So, Prince Wakanga Otamu's magic shop. It's a combination magic and alchemy shop. He is an enchanter, but he also staffs a couple people to work in alchemy lab. You can get scrolls, you can get magic items, you can get potions, you can get all kinds of stuff here. It's a big like warehouse style. It's basically like take like a small like Walmart and make it just artificer and alchemy stuff, and that's basically Prince Otamu's shop. It's like 2 levels plus a back room and like a quote unquote kitchen. It's like lavish. It's all like granite and marble, and everything is like white and pristine. Everything is labeled on the shelves, and you just like make your purchases and then take them up to the register, and you buy stuff, and then you leave. And yeah, it's busy. There's a couple of like enchanted brooms sweeping up after people, and when you come in, Prince Otamu's voice from nowhere, because of course he puts magical mouth on the door. It says, "Take a number, and while you're browsing your purchases, when your name is called, we might have a special deal for you."
Boink. might as well take the number.
Okay, yeah. I'll let you choose what the number is.
God, the feral child within me almost said 69.
Yeah, I expected you to.
See, I don't know. God, this is up at the peak, so I don't know how much business you'd get.
All right, we'll say it's a 2-digit number. You can pick whatever 2-digit number you want.
Let's say like 26.
26? Okay. So you come in, you pull a number, you show Brick and the Dragonborn. I cannot keep your name straight, Hockey. I'm sorry.
Erithus.
You show them the number. It's like 26, And then, like, yeah, magical mouth intercom, you hear Wakanga say, "Now serving number 13. 13, I might have something special for you."
I think we're going to be here for a little bit. So, peruse, take your mind off whatever is bothering you for now and just look at the pretty shinies, huh?
I mean, you could just, like, march right up to him and be like, "Prince Otamu, I need to talk to you."
Scratch is not Sockum.
You're right. And we're all grateful for that fact.
Listen, Sockum as a rogue is one of the most terrifying things that has ever come to my mind.
It is one of the hilarious things that's ever come to my mind. Are you kidding me? Shalcom is like Kronk. He's humming his own theme music.
Do-do-do-do.
Right?
Do-do-do.
Exactly.
Brayden's just, will you stop?
Right. Anyway, so what do you guys want to do? You're in Magical Walmart. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look at the
This is the part where
pretty
Gamgee says,
shiny.
"I drink all the potions."
No, I look
we
at the
just-
pretty shinies.
Okay.
So then we just pick up a tiny like turtle cat thing off the floor.
I think there's a locked display case, and by display case I mean an wall, that is just full of magical equipment. So you see helms and boots and rings and swords and shields and all kinds of other weapons and like rope and like all kinds of magical stuff. It's just like up on this wall. If you could think of it, it's probably here. He probably has a Holy Avenger in one of these display cases.
Oh my god. I mean, that totally makes sense, but oh my god.
I know, right? Like, it's completely on brand for Trade Friends, but also, what the fuck?
There doesn't happen to be a runic bearded axe in this thing, does there?
Let's find out.
Damn, that would actually be very nice to have.
Wow. Yes, there is.
I think that, not exactly what I was implying.
Go on.
The joke there was Zaraja fuck and sold it, and
No,
Galestorm made its way here.
I get you. Different timeline. But, yeah, no, there is absolutely like, it's probably not Galestorm, it's probably Leviathan.
Ooh, that would be neat.
He's probably got Leviathan, Excalibur, pick a. He's probably got the Salamandra in here somewhere.
I'm sorry, but Leviathan fits Brick really well, if you ask
I
me.
have no idea why that rolled.
Why, what roll?
Wait, never mind. That's weird. Oh no, you rolled. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a D100 when Gamzee asked me if certain item was here. The answer is yes.
Okay, then I have a really dumb other question.
Go on. Yeah, uh-huh.
Is there a pretty bowl of water?
Probably?
That without proper context, that sounds stupid. But it's an uncommon magic item. I think it's uncommon. It might be rare.
It probably doesn't have water in it currently, but there's probably a couple of bowls with little placards explaining what they do.
There's one that's like control water elemental, I think.
Yeah, the point that I'm making is Prince Wakanka has a bunch.
Yeah.
The point you're making is, if we want it, he probably has it if it involves magic and stuff.
I want Alucard's sword. That if you haven't seen the series, the new Castlevania series.
Okay, let's see.
I don't know if that
okay,
makes
I rolled
sense.
exactly 50, so he probably doesn't have it.
Damn it! Because I'd be sick as hell. Because that sword can fly around and shit.
You're right. So I think while you guys are perusing the magical items in the case, I think you sent someone come up behind you, and you turn around, and Wakango's just like, he's standing with that, like, it's a very specific pose, and I don't know what the name of it is, but it's where you put your thumb, first finger, and middle finger together, and then you rest that against your chest. You know what I'm talking about? He's just standing like that
Yeah.
and just like grinning at you. Everything to your liking, my friend.
Oh god, I'm dying on an M&M.
Don't do that. It's bad for you. It seems your traveling companions have shifted.
We
Erithus, like, noticing Wakanda's there, is just like, does a deeper, like, nod than she does to most people to him.
No, he bows at the waist to you slightly and then turns his attention back to the others.
Brick's looking at the floor.
As it turns out, there are mimics hidden among the wild. And I was,
Did
Shall
you
we
bring
say-
their adhesive glands for me, Scratch? I'd pay you very well.
I did. I was, unfortunately, did not. I, was more preoccupied about getting away before we lost anyone else.
My condolences.
Unfortunately, well, he like shuffles the haversack. Our good friend is gone, but we have been connected with someone new and quite promising.
Mukanga turns to regard the Dragonborn again and nods. Looks back. I don't mean to seem callous, but my journal.
We have it, and there is still a guarantee you'll receive its content. You'll receive its purpose.
He nods. Very well. What can I do for you?
Well, aside from the report on the current situation, there is also, well, we're looking at the items that you have so graciously put on display for the people. And occasionally allow nobles to purchase from. He like chuckles a little bit to himself.
And what do my noble customers have their eye on?
Shall we say, the axe looked very befitting to Brick. I was wondering how much it runs for.
Because it's a set piece and a meme from another show, I think Wakanga says, for that, your weight in gold?
That's very fair.
I have something a bit more in your price range if you're interested.
I'm listening.
Something for the sergeant then. Kind of. I love the idea that Wakanga, like, he's a big lanky dude, right? Like he's
Yeah.
like 6'5", but he's like 120 pounds, right? Like he's big lanky dude, but he wears like big robes to cover it, right? And I think he like walks down a few steps and he gestures and his arm comes out of his sleeve and it looks like a lich almost. I love that figure for Wakanga. And he gestures and sitting in the case. So Brick, what kind of dwarf are you?
Mountain dwarf.
Mountain dwarf. Are you born and bred Baldian?
Born in the dwarf strongholds. Basically, as soon as he could be considered an adult, he was out of there.
Okay, but you're familiar with like dwarvish culture a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He gestures at it's a hammer, kind of like what you picked up, but instead, like yours is a worked hammerhead on like a wooden stick, right? This one is solid metal throughout. It looks to be like one contiguous piece. It was casted and then ornamented, and it's got two heads on the same side. And each one looks like a ram's head with curling horns, and it's got like dwarvish runes down the handle. And he says, a bit of an exotic item for me. Picked it up some years ago. I can't think of anyone more fitting at the moment.
Interesting. Would my stone cunning wouldn't apply to this, would it?
it's of dwarven make, so I'd let you make it, sure.
So I could roll history with advantage?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
legend-
It's proficient and double my proficiency.
Yeah, well, so it's history with expertise, yeah.
Yeah.
The legendary hammer stone fucker.
So I'd add 2 to this roll.
You'd add 4 to this roll.
Well, I'm already proficient.
Ah, gotcha. So 20, okay. Yeah, so this is the type of infantry hammer that would be given to, like, high-ranking, like, soldiers in the dwarvish phalanx. It's, I mean, because it's in this display case, it's gotta be enchanted, but you wouldn't know what with. It's definitely dwarven make, and if you didn't know any better, it might be from the Lost Fortress of Gauntlgrim? But those fortresses have been quiet for a long time. Since, like, before the Spell Plague.
Fascinating.
Now, that's a relic of the old world, for sure.
This is practically worth my weight in gold, too. Probably.
Wakanga chuckles. It would if it were taking up space on my shelf. Besides, not many in this city can appreciate it. It's more of an art piece than anything else, and, well, I think it deserves some use, don't you?
I'd have to agree with you there.
Now, it does have a price tag, but, you're an associate of mine. How's... At the current exchange rate, 4,000 gold coins.
One
I
moment.
think Scratch, like, actively makes that noise. Like, other side of the store, 4,000 gold pieces.
Sorry about that. Had to have a quick conversation with my roommate.
No worries.
That's still quite out of our price range.
I take barter, albeit for things like this specific trade.
If you had that sending stone still, that certainly would make a dent in the price, I bet.
You have a sending stone?
Did.
It's... Well, Scratch doesn't know that.
True.
Oh, yeah.
It's currently in Zindar's possession.
That does not help you, I'm afraid.
Why would you give it away?
Let's keep it safe.
Aslanders.
Too important to give away. To barter with, at least.
Could I interest you in a bounty?
Scratch is now over there. Yes.
I'd be willing to part with a hammer for 10 red dragon scales.
Right. Zindar did mention a dragon at Firefinger.
At the mention of the dragon thing, I think you can see like Erithus like standing more at attention, like eyeing Wakanga closer.
Or... For Umber Hulk antenna.
For would Scratch know what those are?
Probably not, no. But Wakanga's not looking at Scratch, he's looking at Brick, and that's very much an Underdark creature. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I know what an Umber Hulk is.
yeah.
There are Umber Hulk in the jungle.
I wouldn't know, but their hides are useful for various alchemic purposes. I don't care how you get them, but I would trade you for them.
Very well.
Or...
So, either
There is one other thing I would part with a hammer for.
what's that?
You might not like it.
Elaborate.
Do you know what a kobold is?
Of course.
Nods. Those, I can tell you, exist in, well, not near here, but in the mountains. I would be very interested in their designs. You can bring me 3 kobold blueprints. I'll give you the hammer.
And if we bring you more?
If you find more, we can talk.
I think we should find more.
Noted.
And anything else that could be useful for enchantment, artificing, or alchemy, I'll pay you in kind.
And you
Hold
said
on.
and red dragon scales?
10 red dragon scales. Ow. Gamzee said, hold on. What's up, Gamzee?
I was just checking something because there's stuff that Hockey has on Ren's sheet as labeled as sack, which I assumed meant it's in the handy haversack.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I didn't know if there was anything of significant value currently in there.
I don't mean to make light of what happened to your associate, but I would have paid very well for those mimics.
We
Well-
need lucky to get out.
I remember where they are. Sorry, go ahead.
They almost got the doctor, too.
If you can get out there before they're picked over, and not too rotten, Scratch, there's a few things I want. Adhesion sacks, and the mimic glands.
Well, there was a couple more, and it's sufficient to say I'd like a bit of payback. I don't know about you, Brick.
There's no guarantees they're still out there. And that is ghoul territory. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the standard. And he looks at Scratch when he says that. The standard bounties: ghoul ears, wanty tongues, etc.
Now, good prince. Sufficient to say, I am a tabaxi of simplistic choice. I am curious, is there anything in particular that your fantastic shop has that you would recommend for me in particular?
A better blade, perhaps?
You know me well.
Though, I do have something that, equally as exotic as this hammer, but, a bit more your speed.
I'm listening.
More expensive. But, well, I'm always happy to trade for bounties. He leads you down to a different case entirely, and he shows you a, like a chest sash, like how you would keep, like, bullets or something.
Mm-hmm.
And on it are 6 4-pointed metal stars. And they seem to have like a blade between each of the points. And each one is inscribed with a different rune.
Ooh. I dare say these are beautiful.
They are monk
But,
weapons. Shuriken are monk weapons.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god. I presume the runes are not just for looks, huh?
Though they look rather fetching, don't they?
Indeed.
I have studied this set for some time. It only works as a complete set, but the sash has an enchantment of returning on it. So it is very hard to misplace them.
I don't think Scratch fully knows what that means, but it sounds fancy and cool. And he knows you throw these.
Mm-hmm. And,
So-
and he gestures at them. He says, each one of these is imbued with a different element, much like the scales of a dragon.
I see. Are the runes, like, colored in kind?
They are.
I see.
There's a yellow one, a green one, a purple one, a blue one, a white one, a red one.
Well, I dare say I have an objective in mind now.
These are more expensive than the hammer, Scratch. But I won't
promise
take
you-
just any bounty for these.
Oh? I presume the good prince says that with a particular in mind.
He nods. 6,000 gold pieces.
Hmm.
Or... He smirks at you. The fame of the entire port.
I'm sorry. What?
Get more famous than me, and I'll give them to you.
You bastard.
Or, if you think that is too difficult, I do have one other thing that I will trade for them.
I'm listening.
A crystal phoenix egg.
Holy shit.
Are you fucking what?
And where would we find that?
I haven't the faintest idea, which is why I'm giving you one of the prizes of my collection.
Well, I'll see what ends up happening first, I suppose. Damn, they're pretty too. He's been looking at these things this whole time, and he's like, damn it, they're so pretty, I want it.
Because they're monk weapons, you can use flurry of blows with them.
Oh my god.
And each one does the damage of the thing, the potential for your sneak attack damage, your monk damage, and then it does a certain amount of elemental damage with a status effect.
Oh my god.
These are rare major arcana stars.
I feel like one of those little fat kids sitting on a couch and you're standing there holding a bag of Doritos over my head.
You're right.
You act like he's above that.
I am not above that. You kidding me?
This is absolutely one of those items I'm going to have to get. I'm going to end up getting at the end, near the end, or not at all.
I mean, no. There's plenty of ways to get it.
I mean, there's one easy way.
You're right. You could kill Wakanga.
I said easy, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Go on.
Wakanga
hey.
and Tomo could probably wipe the entirety of our team.
Pay a bunch of people to spread my name around the port.
You're right. I'm actually tracking Scratch's reputation.
Now, granted, he said be more famous than me.
Alright.
That doesn't put a negative, positive, or negative marker on it, because Billy the Kid is famous.
Billy the Kid is infamous.
I mean, same thing, different incantation. Incotation?
Connotation?
Connotation?
Connotation.
Still.
Well, ending the death curse should put me up well and far above just being more famous than you in the port, huh?
Grins at you. If you're up for the challenge.
I never said I'd stop, huh? Sorry. I never said I wasn't, huh?
Pulls out a key, unlocks the case. He takes the strap down He holds it out to you. He says, "Try it on for size."
Starry cat eyes.
Mm-hmm. Wakanga knows how to make a sail.
Oh yeah, he'll try it.
Yeah, I mean, it fits like it was made for you because it's a magic item. You can already see your cape like going over it, and you can like do sleight of hand with your new cape when you get it.
My prince, you are truly a devil of the deal.
Remember how I said the satchel was enchanted with returning?
Yes?
You may take one with you, but when you throw it, it comes back to me.
Oh my god.
Choose wisely, Scratch.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Each one corresponds to a dragon. So acid, poison, fire, ice, lightning, or... What am I forgetting?
Cold.
Cold. No, I said ice.
Okay.
So there's 5.
Yeah.
No, psychic. There's 6.
There's psychic.
Mm-hmm.
There's psychic dragon.
No. But there's a psychic star.
Oh. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing that resists psychic. Well, in raw,
There's a lot that
not.
resists psychic in raw, actually.
Oh, is there really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, then, huh. So, Cholt, Undead,
We're going to Firefinger.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fire stuff. Red Dragon, resistant to fire. Terror people, living on red, whatever, probably gonna be resistant to fire. The logical answer is to take the ice one
Okay.
As an oh shit button. So I guess that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Well, now keep in mind, you have an ice dragonborn with you.
This is true facts.
But
I think the shuriken does more damage than your breath weapon.
Probably. I just was pointing that out more than anything else as well.
Not necessarily. Because what's great about these is you can throw them in conjunction. So one is not super powerfully strong.
True.
But by the way, how fast would it return?
Sorry?
The star.
It's probably as soon as it hits the ground.
Yeah, it's like you
Okay,
throw it,
it
it hits the
disappears?
thing, it does its damage, and then it blinks back to the belt.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was asking because
Yeah, it's not
I had
like
the idea of if we got lost the way finding our way back.
no,
to
it's not like
Porcelain
Mjolnir
Arm.
where it'll fly back to the jungle. No, it'll like teleport.
God, that's really good.
Yeah, right.
If it returns as soon as it hits, does that mean that you could like injunction throw, and as soon as it hits, throw that one again?
No,
Okay.
but you could do it on the next turn,
Right.
and it's a monk weapon, so you could throw 3 of these at a time.
Oh God.
Rip.
More as soon as I get extra attack.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. I want
You just
it.
enjoy torturing Gamzee, don't you?
Yes.
I'm convinced the fox gets a certain level of joy different from most out of torturing me.
Just you specifically.
No, you're just the most invested in the story. Like when the others get to where you are, I'll be spreading it out a little bit. But you're just an easy target right now.
Ah, you're a bastard.
Yeah, I was about to say, except for like the Holy Avenger, I don't know if Eris is gonna actually see anything that she's like, oh God, I need this now.
You say that.
Oh, in the case, I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm saying. I don't
you
know
taking
if
the
she
ice
is.
star?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't require attunement.
Ooh.
but if it leaves your possession for any reason, at the end
It
of that term, it
returns.
blinks. Yeah, so if you drop it, it blinks back. It does 1d4 base,
Mm-hmm.
but unless you factor in your monk weapon, in which case it does your monk damage. You can sneak attack with it. Its range is 20 by 60, so short range 20 feet, long range 60 feet.
Gotcha.
And if you hit, it automatically does an additional 2d4 cold damage.
That's pretty good. Any pluses?
No.
No. Okay. So add my. Come on. There we go. Dex.
And then I did say they all have a status effect. Don't forget.
Yes. What is?
So if you hit someone with this, they have to make all of the stars are DC 14.
Ooh.
So
That's not bad.
for the cold, it's a con save. Or they cannot take reactions until their next turn.
Ooh.
So damn good weapon.
Yeah, it slows. It's a slow. So you got one
Jeez,
shot
I'm
with
just now
that.
imagining if Scratch had that sash in general. Jeez.
Con save DC 14 upon fail is subject to the slow effect.
Yep, they cannot take reactions until the end of their next turn. That's damn good.
God, I want this sash. How fucking dare you do this to me?
I mean, get some money and then buy it.
This is torture.
Yep.
This is against the Geneva Convention.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, did I just say Geneva?
You did. You said the Geneva Convention.
God, that's gonna be stuck on VOD forever.
Oops.
This is how it feels to be
So
fucking
yeah.
stupid.
Do you guys want to like scrounge up some money, or
I'm about to go back to the community to pay a bunch of kids to spread my name.
I mean, you could definitely do that. You could also go to Madame Red and be like, "Hey, I need a load of 10,000 gold coins."
God, she beat my ass.
I mean, Brick can do it. She probably wouldn't beat Brick's ass.
She just break his legs when he comes back and doesn't have the money.
Prince Wakonga. What would you give me if I brought you a relic of Oralanga? I presume the sash, but
That depends on the relic.
I see. Because I have, well, if sources are to be trusted, I have been given a guaranteed in.
I don't want your shiny rock, Scratch, but if you can bring me something worthwhile, we can do business.
Oh, there is something I wanted to ask.
As he's putting the sash back in the cupboard.
If I bring you this metal man, he says, like, shaking the book. befo- What would you pay, shall we say?
Smirks at you.
And do not misunderstand. For this, I do not want items. Straight cash.
The bounty is 500 gold pieces.
I see. Thank you, my prince.
He nods. As he's leading you back over to Brick and the Dragonborn. Was there anything else I could do for you, my friends?
I think we're good here. I almost forgot I still need brass for my casings.
Brass I can get you, though I'll need to buy it from one of my contemporaries. Not difficult. How much do you need?
How much do I need?
Not much.
Yeah. Like, another just like ingot would last me a while, like, right?
Yeah, like a while. Like you could probably get easily 100 shots out of that.
Not much. It's for the weapon here. He puts his hand on the gun. A single ingot could last me quite a while.
And speaking of, you bought the blueprints off of Ren, Prince, my prince.
He nods.
Have you got anyone capable of making more yet?
It has only been a few days, Scratch.
The good prince has many connections. I figured I'd ask
Good
in
Prince
case
is
we
also
run
very busy, especially given the information you gave me about Queote.
I see.
I think this entire time, Eris has just been kind of off to the side.
Yeah, right. Just perusing some scrolls.
Yeah.
Wakanga says, "For an ingot of brass, I might actually have one in the back. 10 gold pieces."
That'd work.
Let me cover it for you, Brick.
You sure?
Of course.
All right then.
How are you on healing salve potions?
Oh. We do need more. I definitely need some.
Potions, last I knew, we have none.
Eris. I could use some. I do not know everyone else's stock.
Best potions in the city, 30 gold pieces. Or more if you want something stronger. He's leading you back towards the counter at this point.
I mean, I do need the potions. That's like one of the things like I made a mental note of I really need.
Okay.
We
You could
could just see if we could buy the ingredients and then have the doctor make them.
The doctor can do that, yes. But the thing about that is, like, if you buy the potions outright, yes, it's more expensive, but you're guaranteed to get them. Whereas if you buy attempts at making potions, you could fail and waste it.
Fair. Are these like your base?
2d4 plus 2. Yep.
2d4 plus 2.
Those are the 30 gold ones. He's got more.
I honestly don't know if that's like a fair price, as it were, in D&D world or not.
30 for the... Well, raw,
He's 25.
it's 25. But
Yep.
this is Chult.
Yep, everything's more expensive in Port Nyanzaru.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whether it be because the ingredients are from far off and imports cost more, or just because
It's Cholt.
it's Chult.
Cholt is El Dorado, quite literally. Like, it's expensive. But the flip side of that is you get paid better if you actually complete a quest.
Fair. I'm at. Eris is just gonna like. Do we actually see the potions in front of us, or is he just saying I have potions?
He doesn't know what you want yet.
Oh.
Brick, just name how many you want.
Probably 3 of them. That's
90 gold pieces, I can sell you something stronger, or if you want multiple doses, I can understand paying more cheaply.
It's better to have healing and spirits out there, I think.
Agreed.
So it's 30 gold. That'd be, hang on, I need to
That'd
do
be 90. It's
Yeah,
90 so
90 gold
far.
for 3.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do math real quick.
Well, tell me how many you need. I can do it probably faster.
6.
180 gold.
180.
How many platinum would that be?
18.
18.
Wow.
Me and Vader can do fractions real quick.
I'm assuming that's not including my character in the calculation at all. Just to make
Nope.
sure.
You haven't spoken up.
Well, I've been trying to, but everyone else has been talking.
How many you want?
I'll probably take. Well, first of all, Eris knows that Scratch is doing it. She starts like, "Are you buying?"
Well, what I just did was get 6. That's 2 for all of us, I think.
Well, the 3 of you, none for the doctor.
Yeah. No.
That's also
Add
not
another-
counting Shago and Azaka.
Add another 3 onto there.
So
No.
200.
And keep
No.
in mind,
So 24,
hang on.
21 platinum.
21 platinum. Okay. And then
Or no, sorry, I'm a dingle. Add 3
18
more
from
from
3.
6, that would be 9. That's 27 platinum.
hang on. No. I missaid that. Add 1 more, or add
Tell me how
2
many
more.
potions you want.
Add 2 more.
Tell me how
That
many
way the-
potions you want.
That way the doctor gets 2 as well.
So 8.
So
24.
So,
24
eight.
platinum.
I'm down to almost no money.
But you have 8 healing potions.
Yes.
and considering what happened to Sparky,
Yup.
That's 2 lesser for me, 2 lesser for Brick, 2 lesser for
The dragon.
Erithus.
Erithus, and that's 2 lesser for the doctor.
So just so that we're clear, you're not getting any for Shago and Azaka.
Wait. I see. No, I added 1, which brings me down to 1 platinum, and then I just subtracted all what I had left, which would give me 2 more.
How many?
Because I had 60 gold,
You had
so I just bought.
You had 60 gold. That's enough for 20 potions. No, it's not. 60 gold?
60 gold, 22
Okay, so you had 280 gold.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can keep 1 platinum,
Mm-hmm.
and you could have 9 potions.
Right. And then that's still 2 for each of us and 1 to spare. And then if Brick wants to chip in, we could probably get 1 for Azaka as well, and then give Shago the leftover
yeah, I'll spare
from my purchase.
Okay,
I'll spare the 30 gold to get them each one potion.
so you're getting 10 potions.
Yes.
So I think at that point, Wakanga like cuts you off, and he says, "I'm sorry, my friends. I can't sell you more than 10. I have other people who need them."
It's understandable. As you said, best potions in the port.
Nods, and he goes into the back. So you have a moment to talk amongst yourselves. If you want. If not, he'll come back with like a wooden, bottle crate full of red vial potions.
How much does a potion weigh?
Not a lot. It's 2 ounces of liquid in a small glass vial, so it's basically negligible.
Oh, okay.
The crate probably weighs more than the potions that are in them.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say for the weight?
The crate probably weighs more than the potions themselves.
So they're negligible.
Yeah, it's 2 ounces of liquid in a tiny glass vial.
Fair enough. I think Scratch is gonna right away pocket 2 of them.
Yep.
I imagine, after seeing Scratch take them, Erithus is going to do the same as well.
Okay.
Brick is like holding one of the potions in his hand and kind of moving his arm up and down, weighing it and making a mental note. This is what a potion weighs.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Noted. Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah,
Can Erithus do a perception check just to notice if Brick's doing that or not?
Insight is what you're looking for.
Oh.
Brick, there's no roll you need to make. That fucking mimic was about 10 times too heavy. It weighed an order of magnitude of pounds.
Yeah.
It'd be really obvious from here on out, is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Do I have any idea what the hell he's doing?
Yeah, probably. He's probably it's very obvious when someone is checking the weight of something. It's not really a weird thing that humans do. I mean it is, but we all kind of know what that means. So yeah, you can see him. like checking the weight.
What about me?
Yeah, same.
So,
What's that for? I just noticed in chat.
that was me doing math.
Oh, okay. I imagine Aerithus is just turning over to look at Brick, just like not befuddled, like all over, but just like clearly staring. It's like
The vial is also substantially smaller than what the mimic was. Like the mimic was basically a bottle of grog, and this is just a little like eyedropper, basically. Wakanga is watching Brick do this, and he says, "If you want something more substantial, I can put it in a different container if you like."
No,
I believe
Nothing.
he may be measuring it because of what happened.
it's nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna roll insight for Wakanga.
I like the idea. Of
He should have
Scratch
decent
saying that
insight
Brick took them off.
because he's a traitor. Wow, he doesn't actually have points in insight. I'm shocked. It's wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
nothing.
Thank you. Okay, so Wakanga dismisses it. He didn't roll very well, so he nods. Very well. Enjoy your nothing, then. I'll leave the crate there. You're welcome to take it with you. Courtesy of Prince Otamu.
Why not? Brick will pick up the crate.
Yeah. The vials rattle. Thank you for your business, and I hope to see you again shortly. He turns to help the next customer. Where you guys heading? What are you guys doing?
Probably back to the community.
Back to the
Yeah.
community?
Yeah.
Your clothes are probably ready at this point, Scratch.
Yeah.
Make the long trip back. Dr. Lorelei, can you make 5 more medicine checks, please?
Yes, I can.
Also, welcome back.
Hi. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I am loving this today.
5 more
I
medicine.
need zombies to fight.
You want zombies to fight? I can hook you up. That's no problem.
I'm joking more
Holy
than anything
shit.
else. I don't think the
Wow.
party would be a fan of me if I had that happen.
So I think you guys get back to where Dr. Lorelei is doing stuff, and I think like you guys come in, you push past the people who are, waiting to get, treated by the doctor, and Dr. Lorelei like comes out of one of the little partition rooms, and she's just like wrapping up a little newborn crying tabaxi. And she passes it off to Honey, and you guys can have a scene. And
Oh, you're back.
I need to turn off Wakanga's theme because you're not talking to Wakanga anymore.
Yes. Here, doctor. These are for you.
Thank you.
2 potions for the doctor.
Did you pick up your clothes already, Scratch? Or did you come straight here?
Probably would have on the way in.
Okay. So Scratch also has a bundle of clothes, and yeah.
What are those for? Are those things you were talking about?
Yes, I need to, shall we say, don a new garb to become, trainable.
Understandable. Kind of wiping her hands, like on her pants, probably.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you're a fucking doctor. You would scrub
like-
your hands before wrapping up
Yeah.
the kid.
Yeah, she's already wiped her hands. She's just kind of like messing with her hands now because she's been at it all day.
Fair.
Having fun here, good doctor?
I'm helping people, so if that's worth anything, it's worth that.
Can you roll a D100 for me, Dr. Lorelei?
Taxi never let the doctor out
How
ever
in
again.
the fuck?
What?
Look at what you rolled. How in the fuck?
I know. That's my luck with D100. Either I roll really well or I roll really shitty.
Wow. So there are 7 people in the cat's cradle in better standing than you.
What do you mean?
What I mean is you rose 3 levels with the Tabaxi faction.
Holy shit, hon.
Oh my god! I mean, I don't think Sue Lorelei knows this.
No, but Scratch, you can look around and everybody is making the like slow blinks at Dr. Lorelei. There's lots of swishy tails going on.
Can I
My doctor.
clarify? Does that mean that she's higher standing than Scratch?
Yes. Well, no, because I think Scratch is like rank 5 currently.
Since his grandmother is the community
Exactly.
leader, he kind of gets a natural boost.
Exactly. But for an outsider, like to put it comparably, if you guys have been watching my Greedfall playthrough, everybody but Scratch is at suspicious right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Lorelei jumped all the way to trusted. She went neutral, friendly, trusted.
I mean, Sue Lorelei's job is to help. She
Right?
did
Yeah,
her
no,
job.
absolutely.
Well, Doctor, I'm not sure it matters how much money you have. Now, if you want those healing kits,
Till Ted twitches Finn.
When you say that, Scratch, you hear like somebody get up and leave and close the door.
Scratch does this small snort. There's the evidence there.
Are you sure about that? I know I helped out a lot, but still, healers' kits aren't cheap.
Doctor,
Somebody tugs at the back of your coat, Dr. Lorelei. Like you feel like a tug on the back of your coat.
About face. Looks
Do you look forward or down?
down, assuming since it's pulling on the cape.
So you turn around, you don't see anything. You look down, and that little silver striped like baby from before has come up to you, and they're like holding out to you like a wrapped, like cloth wrapped like bindle.
She'll take it.
Okay, you open it, and it's just like a travel cup of chai and some kind of steamed bun. You don't know what's in it.
Aw, cute.
welcome to the family, good doctor.
The little kid toddles away.
Yeah, she'll accept it. She probably starts munching on it.
It's full of red bean paste.
Nice.
Oh god,
You-
I wanna try a red bean bun so bad.
Certainly have a habit of making friends, Doctor.
I help people.
Well, cousin.
Just nods.
Well, cousin. Should we leave you to your work, or should we begin preparations?
Scratch, give you some inspiration.
I think she laughs at that. About how many people still need help? Like, they're still alive?
The number of people who need help has not changed, just the faces.
All right. I'll stay working here. You guys, I know I'll need the healer's kit, but that sounds like it'll be handled. I was mentioned anti-venom of sorts. We'll need that, because I'm not sure if I can make that.
You hear another door close somewhere in the building.
Another snort.
Just kind of a little like, oh my god, I don't need you. I appreciate it, but,
Doctor, family helps family, and you have helped so many, I think they are just paying it forward, huh?
fair enough. I think she finishes off the bun, downs the tea. I can help. Who's next?
Shit. All is good. It was just a cat. We're good. You say, I can help. Who's next? And yeah, like nobody steps forward at first, and right before you say like, I'm good, Madam Red walks forward.
Again.
Madam? Oma?
And she smiles, and she walks up to you, and she's carrying something. She pulls her like cloak back, and she's carrying a leather-bound healer's kit, like what you have, like the good ones that you have, and threaded through the front of it is a volcanic glass bladed scalpel.
That's... I commissioned someone in that bazaar area. I think Sue's ears like do this like complicated movement of up, down, flattened, down.
She does the
to
Konami code
side.
with her ears.
Like, she's kind of flustered, like, I don't know what to do here?
I mean, you're the one rolling 20s on your medicine checks.
I think after she kind of, like, collects herself, she says, "Thank you so much, Madam Red."
I think she passes it to you, and she looks right at Scratch, and she says, "Oma."
Yes, ma'am.
I suppose I was right then. You are a cousin now.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, like, before anybody in the room can say anything, Madam Red just steps into one of the like cubicles. Like, she is actually a patient.
I think she kind of gets a little nervous, but she nods and goes back.
Okay. So this one will be a little bit more involved.
Okay.
So Madam Red tells you that she's getting old. She's like she's up there. She's a matriarch of the clan. She's been around for a while. She's buried her mate and her son. And she asks you for help to like keep going as long as possible. What do you do?
Like, physically, emotionally, mentally? Well, in order to help you with that, I need to know what your day-to-day looks like. What do you do around the time you wake up to the moment you go to bed at night?
Okay, fair. She says, she's surrounded by family at all times, and she says this with a smile. She says, it's up to me to sort the day's catch and price what the fishermen bring in, as well as handle any disputes or problems that may arise for anyone in the clan. And then the unspoken thing is, I organize all of this. Like, the reason that you have all of these patients is because of me.
I think she nods. What else? Or is that everything?
She chuckles. She says, I'm not as spry as I used to be. No more... She pauses. Hands-on projects these days.
And she nods like, yeah, no, I understand. I absolutely understand.
I think she pauses for a second. She says, my eyes aren't what they used to be. And my joints hurt when it rains. And you've been in Chult long enough to know that that's multiple times a day.
Yeah, she kind of like, her ears go down and she winces a little. Would there be a roll for that? Or
Yeah,
are
make
you
a medicine
honest
check.
to
Make a medicine check.
casting?
Fuck you, Sibs, alright? Just...
Hi!
Wow, okay.
The dice like me for once!
So, yeah, like, you're not an optometrist.
Yeah,
but there's probably someone in the Brotherhood who is. You could send, like, a letter to them, and they could probably make some, like,
Kit.
eyeglasses for her.
No, Kit, it's funny you say that, because I actually was thinking earlier today, Sue Lorelei is going to find time tonight to write a letter to the Brotherhood and be like, we need a division down here.
Yeah, totally. As far as the arthritis, that's something you can treat.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, it would basically be a brew, not quite a potion, but more like a medicinal tea. And if she drinks it every day, it'll help with joint inflammation. That's a thing you can get today. Like,
all right. Yeah, no, now that I know this information, I think she says, well, as for the painting your joints, that's something on mainland we call arthritis. I could get you a brew for that. Drink it every day and it should lessen the pain.
She nods.
As for the eyes, I am unfortunately not trained in optometry, but the organization I work for has people in it that are. I was actually thinking earlier today about writing a letter to my organization and asking for a division to come down to Chult entirely.
I think she
get enough
nods
help
and she
with
says, "Give it to me when you've written it."
She nods. I can get you glasses that way.
She nods as well. Yeah, you could actually, like, you have, like, medical supplies on you.
Yeah.
If you want to mark off a charge of your healer's kit, I'll let you just prepare the brew, like a week's worth.
Yeah, she prepares like a week's worth of that stuff, and just there we go.
And the recipe, so she can, like, get more.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Here's all that.
And she takes it and she nods, and like unspoken, like she doesn't say it, but it's understood. Like, we never had this conversation. Like,
yeah, she nods
because she's the matriarch. Like, she can't be like,
she can't be like, people know she's getting old. They just can't know she's getting old.
Exactly. So she, like, takes her steaming mug of brew and her little packet of herbs and toddles out.
Dusts hands, makes mental note to write that letter tonight. I can help. Who's next?
So does anybody in the party need any medical attention? Physical or psychiatric?
Brick's too proud for that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That being said, I'll give you inspiration if it bothers you for a while.
Yeah, it's like
And
he's
that's
still
how
hung up on it.
And that's how Brick became an alcoholic.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. That's a
I
given.
mean, he wasn't already.
Yeah, right, exactly. So if you guys want to hang out with Dr. Lorelei and help her out, you can. If you want to leave her, like, she's in good hands at this point.
Yeah. I wanted to do two things real quick.
Okay.
First off, remind Shago about the deal with the gem.
Deal with the gems.
The emerald.
Yes. So you find Shago, like, he's outside because, let's face it, it's a little bit crowded and hot in there.
Yeah.
He's like, he's not smoking, but he's doing the smoker pose. He's like squatted on the stoop with his spear against his arm and his hands on his knees.
Oh, the Slav squat.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like off to the side, and the Tabaxi are like giving him a wide berth. Not like, we don't like you, but just like, Shago is very much like, leave me alone, I'm kind of peopled out. And they're like, cool. Like, no big deal.
Cool, we don't have to talk to the outsider.
Exactly. But yeah, you find him just, like, literally just right outside, because he promised to watch the doctor. Like,
Right.
if somebody inside screamed, Shago would be in there in about 2 seconds. So, yeah, you find him, no problem.
Yeah, just walk over. Shago,
He stands up.
relax. I just wanted to remind you about our deal with that emerald.
You put me to work as soon as I arrived in port.
Yes, and we've entered a bit of a grace period. As things stand now, the entire community is watching her back. She's become a cousin.
All right, give me some money and I'll get some of our dwindling supplies. We don't have a tent, we don't have a boat, we don't have any bug repellent.
I am out of money. Well, I'm not out of money. He pulls out the platinum and the gold.
Scratch.
I bought potions.
Potions don't keep the mosquitoes away, and I don't think the Outlanders want to smear themselves with mud. Or you, for that matter.
This is true. This is true. You know, he like does the cat grin at Shago.
What?
We could go make a little bit of money the traditional way. Sorry, the untraditional way.
Alright. Well, I mean, both are true when it comes to scratch face with gold coin. Shadow narrows his eyes at you. That could be about 7 things, and I don't like 4 of them.
Well, shall we say, The gladiator's pit is right in our backyard.
I am not fighting in the arena before taking you to Aldani. You are not fighting in the arena before you help me take these Outlanders to Aldani.
Alright. Then, after I have a discussion with one of my cousins, I could go try to find some tourists, get some cash, and be back not too long after.
Shago's, dour face turns into a smirk. I have an idea, but you're not going to like it.
Shago, you have had a total of 2 ideas I liked.
You're alive, aren't you?
I said liked, I didn't say didn't appreciate.
I can make us a great deal of money.
How?
I'm the son of a prince.
I don't like where this is going.
All you have to do is do what you're very good at, Scratch.
He leans in. Are you telling me to steal something or run away?
Run away.
Hang on, are you about to gamble a crapload of money on me in the pit?
Yes. I talked to a few fixers. They put a thunder lizard in the pit, you get to the other side, and we all make a princely sum.
When you say princely,
At least 1,000 gold coin?
he makes this cat grin. Do you think you could figure something out and make sure we get a little bit more than 6,000?
Blinks at you. Well, I do know one thing.
You know what? I might just pay some kids to pull that off, actually.
No, I have a way to get that money. Easily, in fact.
Do tell.
The problem is, if you die, that's one less person to help me take the Outlanders to Aldani.
It's to put a Tyrannosaurus into the pit, isn't it?
Not the pit.
The arena?
If you killed the Thunder Lizard, and I bet against you... Oh, rather... Sorry, I said that wrong, Shadow didn't. And I bet in your favor...
The issue is I'm... Well...
You're better at running than fighting.
Yes. I suppose for now I'll focus on spreading fame rather than attempting to gather coin. For my other goal. He'll pull out the shuriken and show it to Shago.
What is that, the fancy brooch?
Prince Wakonga has shown me to a shall we say magic item that sings my name. 6,000 gold, or bring him a crystal phoenix egg, or become more famous than him in Port Nanzal.
Shago squints at you. That's it?
Pretty much.
We can go get the egg.
I'm sorry?
The egg. We can go get it.
You know where to get one?
And that's the last shot of the episode.
I knew that was gonna happen as soon as you started talking casually.
I have a feeling I just got dragged into a Waterdeep dragon heist moment.
Maybe?
Yay.
We're gonna go steal it from my mom. What?
Not quite. But that's our show. Thank you guys for playing another round of Crown of Fangs. We'll be back in a week, and I have some prep to do, so thank you guys for not making me improv too much tonight. But hey, we all need a shopping episode every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't have my shout-out cards, so let's do some shout-outs anyway. Honky, start us off.
Hello, everyone. My name is Intangible Hawk. You can find me on Kit's server and here on Twitch. I do programming, I do art, and hopefully at some point in the future I'll be doing some streaming.
Nice. Hope you had fun tonight. Sibs, give us a shout out.
There, my name is Sibs143. I am an artist for Kit's Discord and Twitch. I am also a stagehand for the channel. If you ever need me for anything, I am usually floating around in the Discord or on stream chat. Or if you want to talk more privately, hit me up in DMs and we can talk there.
Vader.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Journeyman Vader. I am a mod here on Kit's channel. You can find me in their Discord, on Twitch at twitch.tv/JourneymanVader, and on Twitter at VaderSidious.
Gamzee.
I'm tired, so I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I'm Guy Gamzee. You know me, you love me, and if you need me, you can find me in DMs or on Twitter at the Homestuck Homie. And in addition to this, if speaking of these places, myself and Fox have a show on Wednesdays at 6 usually, called Hitting the Books. Come join us. Come enjoy the show. Come learn a thing or two. Hopefully we'll be doing it tomorrow if nothing comes up. Fantastic rest of your day.
For my part, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is the channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2020, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. Additionally, all month long, we're celebrating Arttober, a counterpoint to all the spooktacular nonsense that you're going to be surrounded by all October long, a celebration of things artistic and interesting, a showcase of things that I think are doing something different and things that I want to bring forward to you. It's a time of open-minded discussion and thoughtful observation. We're currently playing through Fury in the afternoon stream, and oh my god, that game is all I'm going to say in that regard. For now, I'm going to get out of here, but when I do, I'll be hosting someone. It's someone who I like, someone who I hope that you all will like, and can spread some of the love that was felt here today over in their channel. And check back here, because I'm always hosting someone, and you might find your new favorite streamer that way. For now, as ever, it's time to close the book on this episode and leave you with these parting words. From myself and my keepers to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for another round of Crown of Fangs and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.